her where you can vote for her in the chat. We're gonna do our best to rig the election and put our fingers on the scale for Ole, and yeah, encourage you to vote for her because how could she not win?
I'm not saying that you should do this or that you can do this, but I mean, if you were to have multiple emails, there's nothing to really stop you from using as many emails as possible.
But,
not that you should.
But we don't need to. We don't need. We have so many listeners. We don't even need to do that. We don't need to.
Yeah, you shouldn't ever do that. Why would anyone
stuff the
do
ballot? We don't need to vote 20 times. We can easily, through early mail-in voting and in-person voting, pull this off.
And a little bit of voter intimidation for the other nominees.
Right.
We might be able to pull this off. So yeah, everybody, go and vote for Ole. Don't walk, run to this website with your finger. Vote for her because
in fact, I heard that David Dole is giving away a big $1 million check to anyone who shows up and votes for Ole. Yeah, David Dole is pulling out all the stops.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. David Dole is yeah. All you gotta do is
this has to be real.
Right.
Yeah. I hear that AOC and Bernie are holding a rally in the Bronx to get people out to vote for Ole. This is probably listen, you always hear that this election is the most important election. This right here is the most important election in our lifetimes.
I hear that the fate of Western civilization hangs in the balance.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, no, true. If she doesn't win, then I don't know what's going to happen to this country or the world for that matter. So vote for her or something bad might happen. Not going to say what, but karma. No, seriously though, we love Ole, and it would be awesome to see her win this and get rewarded for her work because she is she's a giant. Okay, let me link to that in the chat so everybody knows where to go. Yeah, it's really cool because I don't think I've ever seen anybody in this space get nominated for a Webby before, besides TYT. So to have
Nick Lesko got nominated, and I believe he won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he got nominated for something a little bit different, though.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I'm glad that he's in this space.
Oh, he's the Spirit Halloween guy. The Spirit Halloween song, the Dan Bongino RNC song.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and the
I want to be at the RNC.
I feel like
you never heard that song, Mike? Where the hell have you been?
Maybe I heard it, but it's not ringing a bell.
Play it now, but you'll never stop hearing it for the rest of your life if we play it once. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm down to listen to it. Maybe I have heard it, but it's just not ringing a bell. Other people in the chat haven't heard it either.
That's insane. Where have you all been?
Yeah.
They want to play it.
This is from a few years back. This isn't recent.
No, you've been doing this for years.
Should we be making fun of Dan Bongino now that he is the deputy director of the FBI? He already has me blocked. I'm already in hot water with him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's good if someone from the FBI has you blocked. They're not seeing your stuff.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you can make all the threats to Trump and Elon Musk you want, Mike. You can just feast on death threats.
You know what it was that got me blocked? I think it was because I shared the meme from the Kid Mero of him looking like the brave little toaster and his head being shaped like a GameCube. That's what did it.
That's fair.
Does anybody have the link to the song?
Oh, you want to actually play it? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, why not? I don't know what to talk about today. I'm tapped out mentally, so
it's a good thing nothing happened this week.
It was a short week, yeah.
Nothing happens
or
anymore.
short this week.
Here you go. I'm dropping the video in the private chat on StreamYard.
Okay. Oh, okay. I've seen this.
This was during COVID, I think, when he uploaded this for the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
Like during the early COVID days.
At the RNC, I want to see Patricia McCoskey. I want to scream for the GOP. I want to sit with Dan Bongino. I the stairs. He kinda looks like Dan Bongino. Grandma tries to tell me not to go down there, but I would be safe with Dan Bongino. I wanna be at the RNC. I wanna be like Dan Bongino. I wanna be at the RNC. I wanna be like Dan Bongino.
Okay, you know what's funny? I've seen that video just scrolling by on Twitter. I've never watched it. I've never heard the song.
Are you serious? Ah.
Yeah.
He had a whole series
that I see but don't watch.
He probably is most known for his Spirit Halloween trilogy, where one year he made a Spirit Halloween song, and it went super viral. So Spirit Halloween then paid him to do a new one the following year. And then the year after that, he came out with like the grand finale, the third Spirit Halloween song. And it was, all three of them were fantastic.
Okay, I like that. Nice little jingle to start up the show. Well, you know what? I will say this week wasn't, comparatively speaking, wasn't as bad just because Elon Musk took a big fat L. And today, Fox News is coping and seething because the stock market completely nosedived. And they're trying a little bit to spin it, but even Fox Business is like, we kind of need some clarity on what the fuck is going on.
What's happening with the stonks?
Yeah. What I love is that. So I don't know if you've seen any interviews with Brooke Rollins, the agriculture secretary for Donald Trump. She's been on Maria Bartiromo's show a couple of times now to talk about the cost of eggs. And she can assure you she's doing everything in her power. So today they're talking about what to do about the cost of eggs in the context of like Liberation Day just took place and the stock market tanked. And so Maria Bartiromo was like, okay, so to bring down the cost of eggs, you're importing them from Turkey. And Rollins is like, yes. And she's like, but there's tariffs on Turkey. And then Rollins is like, yeah, that's true. And so Bartiromo's like, okay, so is the cost going to go up? And then Rollins is like, well, we'll have to wait and see. It's just so fucking hilarious because it's such a shit show that even Fox News can't really spin this. My whole video tomorrow is about Fox News trying to spin this. But I mean, they're
Ben
capitalists.
Shapiro Ben Shapiro's
I don't have any Ben Shapiro clips.
Ben Shapiro's actually like, this is bad.
Is he really? Wow.
He's one of the few people I've seen who's just like, so here's how tariffs work. And I was like, oh, he's actually explaining how tariffs work to his audience, where he's like, this is effectively going to have these companies have to pay more for the goods. That means they'll have to pay more when they manufacture them, which means it'll cost more. So effectively, this is going to make it more expensive for everything that's tariffed. I got to be honest, I did not see Taiwan getting tariffed. That was wild.
Like, that's insane.
Did no one, just anyone in the Trump cabinet, explain to him the reason why all the chips are made there? Does he like? Because I know they know. I just know someone is sitting there being like, "Oh, sir, you'll never believe this," but this actually has a little bit to do with U.S. imperialism and geopolitics and our positioning on the world stage. But you probably don't want to fuck with it. Why? Because every electronic product you have has a chip in it now. All of it, everything from the battery powered dildos to the cars to even our fucking appliances like blenders, fridges, you name it. There's a chip made in a factory in Taiwan, and then it's assembled at a Foxconn plant in China, where it arrives to you cheaper than it would had it not been manufactured in those countries. So good luck.
Yeah. And what's funny is the whole point of the tariffs, according to Donald Trump, like what he says anyways, the logic is that, well, this will be a manufacturing boon for the U.S. With regard to chips, though, Biden signed the CHIPS Act to make sure that we are able to manufacture chips in the U.S. And Trump is trashing that. So he's undermining his purported goal, and it's just going to be chaos. It's funny because everybody was really worried, myself included, about the price of the Switch 2, not just the console, but the games in particular, $80. And so there's a Kotaku article talking about how, pre-tariff, right. Because after tariffs, it could cost more than $600 for the Nintendo Switch 2. So you thought that scalpers were going to raise the price, or the cost of games was going to be expensive. This motherfucker is going to be so much money. I mean, these are products that are manufactured in multiple countries, shipped to different countries. With cars, they're shipped from the United States to Canada to Mexico back. So they're paying multiple tariffs on top of whatever it is. So it is going to be complete pandemonium. And I don't know what to say. I mean, the silver
I mean, there's
lining
no
is that
there's no
Americans know
there's
it's bad, but they still voted for the guy who said he's going to do tariffs. So it's just kind of like, okay, that's what you voted for.
There's no doubt in my mind that Nintendo priced the Switch at what they did with the tariffs in mind.
It was definitely part of it for sure.
Like, I don't know if people are aware that Nintendo announced Switch 2 this week, but they announced it at $450. And how much did Switch launch for last time around? Like $300, right?
For any Canadian listeners, it's a $600
console.
$150 games in Canada. So that's how much.
God damn! It was $300 in 2017 when it launched. USD, $300.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I do love the aspect where it's like we need to bring back manufacturing. Everything has to be made in America, and I want it to be like, oh, sorry. So the way capitalism works is not those countries leaving because they don't love the good old US of A. It's because the labor is cheaper in the countries where they go to. If you want them to move back to America, you need to have a labor force that receives less money than they do, say, in Vietnam, where the factories that make the clothes are. The reason they go there is because the labor is cheaper. So if you want everyone to go back to America, you're either going to have to change the whole capitalist system itself or accept cheaper wages than you would in other countries, the ones that you exploit to get the cheap shit you now can no longer get. It won't be cheap. So
I just want to say something. Yeah. Someone in the comments said that they wanted to buy electronics. Something I always do when I buy electronics is that I buy refurbished. I feel like a lot of people don't know about this, but you can actually go to Best Buy. Like if you need a specific PC or laptop for something specific like video editing, and you don't know where to start, you can always go to Best Buy and say, hey, this is what I need. Can you please give me something refurbished? You can even buy refurbished stuff on the Apple website. And if you buy refurbished items from like an official store like Best Buy or Apple, you're much more likely to get like a good, product that works rather than something that's not working. So if you guys want to get electronics, definitely go and get refurbished. But I thought he also didn't put tariffs on Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Russia and North Korea, or am I wrong about that?
Well, we don't have any trade with North Korea, so there's no need to put tariffs with North Korea.
Russia too, right?
I don't know.
Trade with Russia.
I'm not sure about Russia.
No, there is trade. Yeah, it's not.
But the Russia part is true, and I was like, I understand why there are some liberals who get into the blue anon or the conspiratorial mindset. I get it. Like it just feels like a very easy way to explain the world now, to be like, it's Putin controlling him because he's got a piss tape on him, and that's why he's doing, and he's just tanking the U.S. economy for Putin. He's doing it for that reason, and it's not true. But
my absolute favorite thing, my favorite thing. My favorite thing, with the tariffs was the when they put out that list and those random islands on there, and people discovered that one group of islands, the Heard and McDonald Islands, in Australia, they're part of Australia, but they're many miles away. It takes like days to get there. Apparently, middle of nowhere. People look this up because they're like, "What is the Heard and McDonald Islands?" Because according to that Trump chart, they tariff us 10%, so Trump's reciprocal tariff on them was 10%. And people are looking up these islands, the Heard of McDonald Islands, and it turns out these are uninhabited islands. Nobody lives there. Well, no people live there. Apparently, it is a place where penguins live. So I don't know if we've been, doing trade with the penguins of Heard and McDonald Islands. But unless we have, we basically put tariffs on nobody. Nobody lives there.
Well, fuck those penguins.
Yeah. They've been getting rich off our... Fred Skull in the chat says, penguins have been getting rich off our backs for too long.
Yeah. Yeah, punish them for their homosexuality. They helped push this, gay penguins, that's a thing. So they helped lead us to this this phase in America where we're just morally in decline. They've lodged, spiritual warfare against us, and it's about time we retaliate. We should invade them next. Invade them. I didn't enunciate, but yeah, invade the penguins. Fuck them.
Invade the Heard and McDonald Island. How Trump heard McDonald Islands. This must be where we get our chicken nugget imports.
It's exhausting.
What did he say? What did he say his favorite McDonald's food was that didn't exist? McFish, right? Didn't he say something like that?
Did he say McFish?
That his favorite...
Ew, he likes the Filet-O-Fish. That is despicable.
But the McFish doesn't exist. He calls it the McFish, though.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you throw a Mick in front of anything, it becomes McDonald's.
Oh no, he called it. No, he called it it's even better than the McFish. He said that his favorite McDonald's sandwich was the. I can't even say it without laughing. was the fish delight.
Ew.
The fish.
Imagining
delight.
him saying that makes me nauseous. Ugh.
The fish delight. I gotta hear him say it. Is it on video? Did he ever say his favorite, or was it like just in a like a like a written interview? The fish delight.
I've never seen this.
What even is the fish delight? I haven't even heard.
There's
of
no such thing. It doesn't exist. There's no fish
He's
delight.
probably referring to. I think it's the Filet-O-Fish, Ariana, which is the most repulsive item in all of fast food. Just disgusting. Can you imagine
I'm allergic
him
to
eating
fish,
that?
so I can't eat fish. But I will trust you guys. One thing I will never eat is tuna or fish from a fast food company. So
no, it's so gross. When I worked at Subway, people would get the tuna and then they would make me toast it, and the entire store would smell like tuna, and I would be like, straight up nauseous.
I'm actually a big fan of. You're correct. I would not get fish from McDonald's, but I'm actually a big fan of Subway's tuna.
We've had this combo before. That's right. I had a coworker that was pregnant, and I remember like when she had to toast the tuna, I had to come and take over for her because she was like, I can't with the toasted fucking tuna. It's too much for me. It's very repulsive. And there was when I worked there, I'm a boomer. I'm dating myself. They had a crab, which there was like 5 different types of imitation crab, and they mixed it in mayonnaise like tuna. That was by far and away the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled in my entire life. And I'd have to mix it, and it is just I'm getting nauseous thinking about it, so I'm gonna stop. But it's just not good. Still traumatized. Yeah, somebody says I should have said that the toaster is broken. The problem with that is the toaster was like massive, and so you could see the light on and all the buttons were. So I wouldn't have been able, and it makes noise even when it's off. So like
I don't get toasted sandwiches from Subway. All my Subway sandwiches I buy cold. Leave them as is. It's cold cuts. That's how it's supposed to be made. You have a cold sandwich.
I mean, some of them are okay toasted. You just have to pick and choose what you want to toast. If you toast tuna, then you're basically committing that that employee to torture. Like you're forcing them to do something that is going to traumatize them.
Right? Tuna melt is a classic.
That should be banned. That should be against the Geneva Conventions. Like chemical warfare grade fucking food. That's just so sick.
I love tuna.
I have strong feelings though, admittedly, because I'm still very much traumatized, as you can tell. It's very, very disgusting.
yeah, I'm in the camp of agreeing that that's absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. There's no excuse
also,
for
like, Matt lives in New York, so it's not even like you have any excuse. Like, you live in buttfuck nowhere, Ohio. Like, you are literally in the food capital of arguably.
Oh, hell yeah. But you also have to understand that being that I'm in the food capital.
Goes down on a tuna sandwich from Subway.
That's what I said last time.
I mean,
was like,
there's
bodegas in every street corner. They're all amazing.
Yeah, but also in New York, there are fast food restaurants on every single corner. I mean, it's not like we don't got McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Subway and Taco Bell and KFC and you name it, we got it. So I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's right here.
Eat at the bodega.
I got a Subway around the block from me. I don't got a bodega around the block from me. The bodega's 2 blocks away.
Then you move.
If it's around the block, though, to be fair, that is very convenient in your defense.
It's like I'm eating it all the time. I have a Subway sandwich maybe like once a month, if even that.
Oh, that's a lot. Damn, I have Subway like once every 2 years.
Oh.
I don't eat like a lot of fast food anyway. I eat out, but it's usually like food carts or like restaurants and shit like that. Like I get taken.
Oh, fancy over here. Fancy over here. Oh,
well, I try to avoid fast food just because I don't know. I'd rather support like local business if I can, but you know, sometimes I'm lazy. I'll just go get something really quick from Taco Bell. Depends.
Well, I'm glad we got nothing else to talk about politics-wise.
We talked about tariffs.
So yeah, the tariffs. We talked about the tariffs. They're literally the a thing that we haven't done it like this in like 100 years, and the reason we haven't done it in 100 years is because it's 100 years ago they did this and they were like, this was insane, we're never going to do this again, and then 100 years goes by and no one's alive anymore to remember those tariffs from 100 years ago. It's it is like I said it on my stream last night, it is what it is at this point. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So for that reason, I've become an accelerationist, where, there's nothing I can do. So I might as well just hope for the absolute, like, apex of what could happen and just see what happens from there. I mean, what else? I hope it all comes crashing down. What else can we do?
I mean, if you're referencing the 1930s and the tariff wars that went down then, the end result is Hitler. So
right.
I mean, it's not like we're stopping it. It's not like we're not headed that direction anyway.
Hopefully, y'all can reverse course before the Hitler happens. You don't really want a Mussolini on your hands.
No, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about the economics. That was
precursor, right? The
like
tariff
the recession. The
recession. It's the Great Depression, which
the Great Depression.
Jewish people, which then led to the pogroms.
And but I mean, listen, there's nothing we could do at this point.
I mean, we're 55%. Isn't there that Great Recession marker that everyone follows, and now it's putting us at 55% chance of a recession?
Is it?
But yeah, it does. But before yesterday was 44%. Now it's 50. Last time I checked, it was 55. It might be higher, but the stock rates are back to what it was in 2020. So if you wanted to retire anytime soon, your retirement fund is in the shitter. And this is just like a marker of like what the next 3 years is going to be like, because this is how we triggered the Great Depression, and that was 10 years of back to back to back, just like recession and poverty. And the 1930s depression was what triggered all of the social safety net programs that we have now, because they implemented that in the 1940s. So Section 8 came from
at the same time, right? Like they're doing it on both ends. You've got Doge on one end getting rid of Social Security, social safety net, SNAP, food programs, welfare. So that's going. Well, at the same time, you're implementing economic austerity through hardcore tariffs that will destroy the working class.
Yeah. So, I mean, things like Section 8, food stamps, WIC, all these things came from the post-1930s depression, because they were like, okay, if we ever go into a recession like this, we need safety net programs so that no one should go into that kind of poverty. And like you said, Lance, he's cutting all of that off, and he's also deliberately sending us into a recession. So I don't know, y'all. I would say save your money for sure, because I don't really know what it's going to look like in the next couple of years. I don't want to be like one of those doomer pilled people, but I genuinely think he has everything to gain. I think him and his best friends have everything to gain from a recession. I don't know. Is it wrong to say, like, put money in your retirement if you can because the stocks are low? But I mean, I guess if you can, that would be a good option too. I don't know. Some leftists might disagree with me, but
I don't know. It feels like it's so volatile. The idea of even putting like our retirements to, from going from pensions to 401ks is so egregious to me. So it's hard to know what to do. Honestly, I have no idea what to do. I have nothing in my retirement. I don't have a 401k. I don't have anything like that. So I don't.
Wait, you don't even have a Roth?
Mm-mm.
I don't got any of that shit. What are you talking about, Ariana?
Yeah.
How do you think millennials have been living? I'm sorry. Do you think we have a pension too, Ariana?
No, I thought. Hold on. I'm not going crazy, right? Like, this is baseline retirement.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
millennials are retiring? Didn't realize Gen Z had it so good.
No, I mean, opening up a Roth is so easy. You can literally just get a Fidelity app and just put $25 a month in it. Like, it doesn't even have to be that much.
Yeah.
You think we got $25 at the end of the month after paying all the bills?
Oh my God.
I just have been like a financial doomer because, I graduated with a lot of student loan debt, of course. Took them out when I was very young, trying my very best to pay that down. And so that's been my main focus, but I just kind of like let everything else roll off my shoulders. Just like, hey, I'm just going with the flow. Not very responsible, but yeah, no. I mean, it's never a bad idea.
Ariana's coming on the show today, and she's like, guys, have you all looked at your stock portfolio?
Listen, all I'm gonna say about this is that both of my parents, neither of which believed in retirement funds like 401k, anything, neither of them had anything. And they both got stage 4 cancer, and they both fell into deep poverty because they had absolutely nothing there that they could pull out from or anything like that. So that's the only reason why I'm a little educated on it. But if you guys can, like, you can open up a Roth yourself, and even if you put $10 a month in it, it's still better than nothing.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Why I know about it, but it's not impossible to put even like $1 a month. Like, I'm just saying,
it's not a controversial way of approaching it. I remember Adam Conover was like, actual investing isn't sexy. It's not like you can put a whole bunch of money on some kind of like Bitcoin and it explodes. It's like you put whatever little amount you can spare into something that is very safe and that doesn't grow a lot. You don't get a lot of interest. You don't get a lot of growth potential from it. And that's just the way it goes. And that's all there is to it. Yeah. It's not sexy. It's not fun.
Yeah. You're not going to beat the market. That's what, Warren Buffett always says. So people, at least it was safe to just invest in the S&P 500 or something like that, because you get like an 8-7% return every single year. But, now with everything up in the air, with the stock market shitting the bed, it's just like an uncertain time. So I'm not the person to give financial advice at all. But one thing that is interesting is that, like, with Tesla in particular, completely shitting the bed, you have a bunch of states where their pension funds are invested in Tesla, and they're fucked. I don't know how Elon Musk isn't getting forced out of the company, but if there is a recession, that's going to have lasting consequences for the country. I mean, people didn't really even recover from 2008. And to Ariana's point, I do think that Trump does have a lot to be gained because, if you crash the economy, the rich get richer. I mean, the 2008 recession and COVID, like, the rich made out like bandits. Like, they got so much richer. So by intentionally crashing the economy, you can facilitate another great transfer of wealth. And on top of that, I think that Senator Chris Murphy, of all people, made a really good point about how Trump is using this to basically consolidate power. Because if you crash the economy and you make these businesses kind of like grovel at your feet to give them some tariff relief, you could put stipulations on that. It's corrupt, but it wouldn't be beneath Donald Trump. He could say, well, make sure your employees on social media aren't opposing me or talking shit about Doge or Elon Musk. So there's a lot of reasons why Trump could do it. None of it is to make the economy better for regular people, because I don't think anybody actually believes that, including Donald Trump.
Yeah, of course. No, I agree with you. I think it's one of those things where, like, when this stuff happens, you'll see, like, I saw the Quartering today was tweeting out, like, you want to buy the new PlayStation, you want to buy the new computers, you should just know that if you, like, save better, you can, like, get through this and stuff like that. I think the reason people are upset is because, like, the richest people in the world are consistently concentrating their wealth more and more and making life harder for the fucking less than, if it's the 0.1% who are going to be getting out and winning once again, if there's forced austerity and there's a whole bunch of measures that go through the collapse of the global economy, well, then that's fucked. I think people should, on one end, yes, protect yourself. Yes, do like the advice that Ariana is telling you. You should have basic financial literacy, and you should be putting around, if you can, save little amounts of money all the time in some kind of a savings account that you can't touch. That way, when you're older, you have something to look forward to. And at the same time, this system is fucked. And I think the more people who know that, the better. Every 4 to 7 years under capitalism working as is, we have a recession or a depression, which eventually will lead to some kind of measures similar to this, in which, yes, rich people consolidate and concentrate their power every time. every time. Like COVID, they made out like fucking bandits. I mean, I know a lot of people were mad at like, oh, we had to wash our hands and the Fauci ouchie, and we had to be inside of our houses and watching Netflix. Yeah, but we're not talking about the corporate greed and the amount of money that people were just printing off of human misery. And that's what keeps happening. And people don't get mad about that. They just basically sit there fighting each other because it's like, oh, well, it's the immigrants, it's trans people, it's the Muslims and the minorities, and the immigrants are taking everything. And it's like, nah, the people who are doing this out in the open. They were all standing beside Trump. Like 6 of the richest Americans who control the combined wealth of like 47% of the country were at his fucking inauguration. They're doing this out in the open before the eyes of the world because they don't care. They have like basically gotten to a point now where they know they won, and they're just like, yeah, like who's gonna stop us? Nice try. If you even protest Teslas, that's now terrorism. Fuck off. If you say free Palestine, that's terrorism. Your speech has been censored. If you're gay and you have a tattoo, we're arresting you and sending you to a concentration camp. Like that's basically the gameplay right now.
Yeah, covering my tattoos right now.
Not to change the subject, but did you guys see that Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband was caught attacking Muslims for praying in Ramadan in his cybertruck?
Ex-husband, right?
Ex-husband, yeah, excuse me.
I didn't see this.
The one she cheated on was Zangief with.
Well, she cheated on him with 2 people from the gym,
right,
from the same gym.
One of them being Zangief, a Zangief cosplayer. Incidentally,
she became a Congress. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. She became a congresswoman in 2021, and she divorced him in 2022 after she cheated on him twice. So she really she saw the money and the power, and she was like, I'm out. But yeah, he's like rolling in the Cybertruck, and he's like, go back to your country, go back to your bombed, disgusting, go back to Afghanistan or wherever the fuck you're from. It's honestly the funniest thing ever. I don't know, I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I've not seen the video. Hey,
Hi,
Rebecca.
Hi. Hey.
Yeah, if you send me the link, I'll play the video.
I reposted it on Instagram if you want me to send you that clip.
Sure.
How's life, Rebecca? Are you thriving?
Yeah.
Surviving?
I was gonna say, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had just got back from Florida, taking care of my parents who don't return. But yeah, it's good. It was a long trip, but I'm back. Well, one thing I did see is how immigrants really run South Florida. Like you can't go anywhere or function anywhere. There's not going to be anywhere open, gas station, grocery stores, nothing, because it's just immigrants. And they have revived so many plazas that were dead. I just wanted to put that out there. It's crazy. They literally and I am from West Palm Beach, so I do a lot of things in Palm Beach in the area. So a lot of Trump supporters and immigrants are literally running all the spaces that the Trump supporters go to. And the Trump supporters are still standing on the side saying Donald Trump for president. And I'm like, he's already president. I don't understand it. Oh, let me get my mic, because I'm wondering, I feel like I don't sound good. I'm not crispy. My mic. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll pull in
I sent the link in the chat.
Okay. Hopefully you all can hear it.
Because you're worshiping a false god. Don't come from your great countries and act like you're gonna bring your here.
Okay.
Because y'all are pieces of
You're the one attacking little girls. Sitting here, we were quiet, we were peaceful.
You're worshiping out here.
Praying. What does that have anything to do with you?
Go back to your country.
That's fine.
You're demolished Middle East.
First off, we're actually born here.
Don't be Afghani or whatever the
We're not even Afghani. I can call the cops. If you're gonna keep harassing us, that's fine.
What do you want to call them about?
What's the point?
Go back to your country.
Have a good day. Why does it matter to you though?
Because you're worshiping a false god.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad that Marjorie cheated on him.
Twice.
It's
Yeah.
the one good thing that she's ever done.
Gym.
Good. I hope that she gave him chlamydia. He deserves it.
Mm.
He deserves
Who
much
was
worse
that,
than
though?
that.
Who
That was
who
Marjorie
was
Greene's ex-husband.
Yeah.
that?
Has she spoken about this at all? I mean, yeah, right.
What
it's
is
not
she gonna
surprising
say
that
about
that's
it?
somebody she would be married to.
No, that
She
tracks.
could be like,
Exactly what I
yeah.
expected.
She could like, I don't know. Well, I don't know what she because she probably
What's she gonna
agree. She'd
watch
be like,
that
I would
video
actually
and
go
say,
harder.
I regret leaving him? Like, what is she gonna?
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm glad
She'd
that she
critique
cheated on
him
him.
for not
I don't
going
know.
harder.
They're the same people. They're really the same people.
True.
They're the same kind of nasty. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were just as toxic or crazy or disrespectful to
But
each other as
nasty,
they are to people.
being nasty to each other is good. The
Mhm.
two nasties
True.
do cancel out, right? And make a
Mhm.
right. I think that is the.
Does it? I don't know. They're the same people.
I
So
don't know.
they didn't last. Their relationship didn't last. Yeah.
This is good philosophy. If two nasty people are nasty to each other, it's a win, right? I think it's a net win. That's the karmic alliance. I think
Because then they're
right?
miserable together. So I feel like
or
Were
making each
they?
other
Yeah.
more miserable, or
they have to be. I mean, you put two disgusting, miserable pieces of shit like that in a home together, they're gonna bite each other's heads off like nonstop. So I don't know. I'd
So
like
what
to
was
think
the?
that they were miserable. I don't know. They're also rich, so
Yeah. So
True.
I mean,
yeah. I don't know. I just wish
Everyone in the
Global
chat
was
is
for
like
the.
definitely not how it works.
they're all. But the point is, they're
Let us
all like
go.
racist, very much racist people. And so in the parking lot in a Cybertruck, yelling at the woman for what reason?
They were praying for Ramadan. They were Muslim. They're Muslim hijabis. There's 3 Muslim hijabi women.
Sounded like children too.
Yeah, I think they were like they may have been underage, but I'm not sure. But they were definitely like super young. But also, I do want to point out that Marjorie Taylor Greene and him got divorced literally less than a year of her getting into Congress, and they had been dating and together since they were both in college. And
Wow.
He couldn't
yeah,
take
so
it. She became a congresswoman.
I think the congresswoman got to her head because when she became congresswoman, she cheated twice on two separate people.
Once with Zangief.
And then
Yep.
the divorce happened. So I don't know.
No, maybe
Wow.
because he seems like real MAGA. So maybe he's just a man who couldn't take the fact that she, became a congresswoman and she also is no good and went to go toot her horn with 2 other men. So
There's really no winning defending this. We don't want to
there's
sound
none. I don't
like
have anything for it, but this is all
right.
disrespectful. It's
We
nasty.
don't want to sound like we're like, oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene was a boss babe, and her husband could not handle
There's nothing for it. I have nothing for it.
Yeah, there's no winner. They're both losers.
She got herself a man with class.
I do gotta say though, it's pretty. I mean, I you know how there's always this kind of like there's a deep insecurity about needing to just buy a massive pickup truck, but to buy a Cybertruck and then roll up on a bunch of kids and then like start screaming at them to go back to their country.
Miserable people.
It does seem
Rich,
miserable.
miserable
honestly.
people.
That is.
I mean, he's lucky that they didn't run up to him in the Cybertruck and bully him and call him the F slur.
And these new kids is crazy. These new kids, they don't care. They do not care.
I mean,
they'll fight.
If I saw
They'll
somebody
fight.
in a Cybertruck, I would just laugh at them. Like, I haven't seen one in the wild yet, but when I do, it's going to be a very depressing experience because I'll laugh at them and know that they're an idiot, but at the same time, it's like that person actually spent money on that PS1 car. Like, the car has PS1 graphics. Awful, and stupid. No taste whatsoever.
Yeah, you own a Nazi car, unfortunately. If you own a Tesla.
And even if it was like made by somebody who wasn't a Nazi, it's still just objectively an ugly car. Not subjectively, objectively. And nobody thinks that car looks good. If you do, then you're just wrong. It's the ugliest car that has ever been produced in all of media, in real life. It's awful. I'm still perplexed that thing exists. I remember when it was first unveiled, I'm like, this is not going to ever get made. I guess I was wrong. People produced it. Like, if
Oh,
I
it
was in
got
the
made.
factory, I would boycott and walk out. I wouldn't make this.
It got made, it got recalled, it got re-recalled, and then recalled again.
It's been recalled 8 times.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're
What a
death
terrible
traps
car.
actually, because you can't necessarily escape them if you're burning from the inside out. It's kind of a problem. They're not.
He
Not the
also
smartest.
claimed that they can float, which was categorically false.
Yeah, the
Wow.
subreddit has shown
I-
that not to be true.
People were really out there trying to test that theory.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
if I wanted a truck, I'd get a Ford F-150, get one of the smokestacks on it. I'd
Hell
be,
yeah,
put an American flag on that thing. That's
Oh,
what
you
I
just
would
got
drive.
10% more hetero. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what
I mean,
I'd be
it's so
driving if I
weird.
wanted to drive a truck.
It's so weird to me because I would have thought all these MAGA people would have wanted like one of those gas guzzling, you know what I mean?
Right?
Turbo truck, 8-seater, you know,
Flip now.
10 miles per gallon type, trucks. But for some reason, they're all glazing the Cybertruck. All of them just got recalled because of the bumper or something. They didn't install the bumper properly.
The
Maybe we just
glue.
talked about
The glue was wrong. They used
Yeah,
glue.
the parts are like the paneling, to my understanding,
Paneling is
is
falling
between the
off.
door
Yes.
and the car is just falling off. Like they used the wrong glue.
They're
Which
very
is so
badly
funny
made.
that-
They're very cheaply
This
made,
is
and
so
they cost like
funny.
$100,000.
That's insane. That is insane.
I-
Oh my god.
I also love how they're trying to 180 and being like, oh, what now? Apparently, y'all don't like electric cars. It's like, no, there's a lot of competition now. Did you not know there's other options besides Teslas and good ones,
Yeah.
better ones? And like, wow, yeah, you don't have to buy a Tesla. I'm sorry, yeah, they're Nazi cars now. They're swastika cars.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess in California, I don't remember what the percentage was, but like Tesla trade-ins are up because, and especially for Cybertrucks, some are just getting rejected because, yeah, who wants to drive a Tesla? You know, there's vandalism. It represents Elon Musk now. Just, it's not a good look.
It's
So,
always-
you know, if you,
Tesla
Yeah,
trucks have always represented Elon Musk. I mean, I was
true.
logging into X and having, every time I get, I'm like, dang, this man, like today when I logged in to get the link to come here, I was like, dang, like I really gotta, even if I type twitter.com, it takes me to X, and I thought about it for 2 seconds. I'm like, damn, this man really got upset that he couldn't control the way people were talking about him on the internet, so he purchased the app. And what kind of control is this? So I'm like, and they let him closer to presidency. This man who is like, who was he? All of the sudden, in a short amount of time, he has flexed his control, all because he wants power, but he cries about it, uses his money to purchase power, and he has bought his way into the White House. People laughed at it and all this other stuff, but he's done it. He's done it to the point where we seen him get upset recently and then utilize the White House lawn as a dealership, like as a showroom for his cars, because people said that like people were taking his cars back. People were taking their Teslas back. The stock went down. He was upset that there was bad news surrounding his car, and he fussed about it to Donald Trump. And they did people are dying in the world. People are hungry. There's a lot of things that time could have went to, and it went to pleasing and making him feel better. He went to Elon Musk.
That's what the president of the United States used the bully pulpit for, making sure that he can help the stocks of his number one donor. I mean, what doesn't scream fallen empire if that doesn't, right? It's so insane. And I love how he dictates Twitter policy based on his mood. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ariana.
Sorry, no, it's fine. Have you guys seen the baby mama drama? Well, one of the baby mama dramas with Elon on Twitter, X.
Ashley?
Whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
Ashley
I saw
St.
that she
Clair?
took back her Tesla, right?
That's crazy.
She returned it. She returned it. And
She
then
was
he's like,
like-
yeah. Oh, you good.
I don't know
This
if
is
you guys
someone
know-
who is obsessed with Musk. Like she
Yeah, can you
was
break it down? Because
obsessed.
I don't have the full story, and just in case the chat doesn't know either, that way we have more context. Because I know that she took back her Tesla. I saw the video. I have some thoughts about that because it's like, why would you have a baby with this man? That's insane. Of course, he's going to be a deadbeat dad, but like, why would you do this? But like, can you give us the skinny? Because I don't know if I have all the details.
So Laura Loomer posted the video of her returning the Tesla car, and then she replied directly to it saying that like this isn't actually just about politics. This is because he's refusing to acknowledge the child. He's not acknowledging that it's his. Maybe we need a paternity test and a judge to get involved. And then Elon replied to that directly, being like, no judge is necessary. I was already giving her $2.5 million, but I don't know if it's mine. I also have been giving her like $500,000, I think a year or something like that. And then it was like, who among us does not just give $500,000 a year to someone we do not know about whether or not they are the mother of our child to? Again, like, I'm sorry, but I know you're very rich, maybe the richest man ever. That's still a fuck ton of money just to dole out to someone who's like, yeah, the kid's yours. Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever.
That's crazy.
Sounds like she went woke. She's attacking him because
No,
she's
they
woke.
were
She got the
like,
woke mind virus.
it's crazy though, because she clapped back to Elon publicly and she was like, I told you that you had the option to do the paternity test medically while I was pregnant. You're the one that refused.
Right.
And now I
my
guess
God.
he's allegedly, I guess, like withholding money or just refusing to give her child support. So she went and sold the Tesla that he had apparently gifted her. And it's kind of wild to me because it's like, you had a child with Elon. Like, I'm a girl's girl all the way, but I don't know what you were expecting. And this doesn't just go for her, it goes for any other person that has a baby with someone that pre getting impregnated that they're a piece of shit, right? Like, a spade is a spade. Doesn't matter if you pop a baby or not, there's still going to be a spade. So I don't really know what she was expecting. I don't really know what was going on there, but yeah, it just kind of started crashing down online. I haven't heard anything about it recently, though.
I mean, she was an Elon cultist. First of all, she's a right wing influencer. It's not like she's some like innocent like a woman who just fell into this, like didn't know what was going on.
She was transphobic kids books. That's what she did.
Yes, she wrote anti-trans kids books.
Yes,
right. She was someone who was super pro Elon. Messages leaked where she was looking to literally like get herself in front of him because she lusted after him apparently.
That is
so
insane to me.
And
Elon,
he's always looking for women to have his children apparently, and
white
so
women.
She succeeded.
White women, specifically white women.
Right. Well, apparently there was
sons.
White women with blue eyes. There was a very specific phenotype. Okay.
There was a rumor for a while that there was an Asian woman he was trying to, but
that's only to dispel the other clearly observable patterns that he is a eugenicist.
Right.
He wants white men babies, and like there's a reason why they're all IVF too. He wants boys.
Yes.
Right.
But
so
I mean,
why would you need a paternity test if you did it through IVF? Like, did she just like get some other dudes come in a turkey baster? What is he expecting? Like, what's the point of you? He's just trying to put her through hell because it's a power thing. It's a little man syndrome. But she deserves it because you chose Elon. And so have fun, have a nice life.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel bad.
This is happening to you, honestly.
This is the same thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene and her old boy. We can't. You was riding with Elon until
make it right. Proven again. There we have it.
Well, there's an additional person involved with Elon and his
but the
baby mamas and the babies.
Yeah.
I do feel bad.
The baby's not at fault for anything. The parents
of course,
are.
Yeah, that's why.
Their parents.
But that's
for them.
No, right. But that's what I'm saying. It's not like the Marjorie Taylor Greene and the husband thing where everyone involved is bad. There is an innocent party involved.
Yeah,
in
the baby's
Elon
not
Musk
bad. The baby doesn't deserve any of it.
For now, the baby is.
Let's hold judgment on that fucking baby, okay? Because that baby
could
be a Nazi. That's Nazi DNA.
Elon's oldest has turned out to seemingly be a
I know.
good
Right.
person. So
Yeah, no, so no, but what he's doing is trying to train up this child that he's toting around, his son, which I hated. And he's trying to train him up to be a little baby Nazi, and I
hate his son
I don't
too,
like
Rebecca.
that. The baby is so adorable, and now he's walking around running things, disrespecting folks out in the open, and I hate to see it because he can't control who his parents is. Elon has control of him and puts him in the room, lets him be like there's no order, and this poor child is just around hate and is being brought up that way.
I just want to say, for the party of family values, can you imagine if Elon Musk was a black man and his child was black and his child was acting that way on national TV?
Oh, they would have so much to say
Republicans?
about it. Yeah, or if he was a woman. A
Yeah.
mom bringing her child to work has such
a woman,
different...
any minority group, it would be a whole situation. But he's not even American. He's not even American, and I feel like that should be. There's just so much happening, but he's not even American. I feel like that should be enough. But in America, people are dumb. The way that he's being praised, the way that the people are praising him is crazy, as if he is in the American dream. The way immigrants look at him, and he don't even want you in here. Yeah, you're an immigrant, but he like y'all black immigrants. He's not talking to you. He's not talking to you. You're not a part of the group. Just like the black Americans who voted for Trump and swear up and down this, and now they all like, dang, my healthcare, dang. He not really going. Oh, dang. I remember, like, all these people are having this come to Jesus moment, and it's like I don't have nothing for it. Y'all supporting Elon. Y'all really supporting Elon. And I feel like a lot of the things that people think aren't going to happen are going to happen. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here, but every single thing that we said would happen, everybody's like, no, it's not. Boom. And it only been, now we're on the 4th month. It's only been about 3 months and some change. And he has done so much right before our eyes. Every time we wake up, every time we go to sleep, it's things that people said that he wasn't really going to do. And boom, there it is.
It's worse than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it is. Absolutely. It is.
Yeah. He's doing the Hitler speed run.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. The Elon Musk thing is what makes it so much more worse, because we already had mentally prepared for Project 2025 and how bad that would be. But we did not prepare adequately for Doge. Nobody expected him to try to saber rattle with Greenland and Canada. That's all fucking insane. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at least he said he was going to do tariffs when he was on the campaign trail. Yeah. So like, there's things that we anticipated, but then there's so much things that we didn't anticipate that are so much worse. And I just don't know. Like, it's already been, like you said, 3 months. What is the country going to look like in 4 years? How much of a different country will that be?
What are y'all gonna look like? Because I'm gonna be cute. What are y'all gonna look like in 4 years?
I'll be full gray.
Taking breaks.
Full gray.
I'm gonna go breathe. I'm gonna go touch grass. I'm not about to sit here
in real time. I have love in my heart. It's helpful. So.
Which is good. Keeps us nice and young. But
I'm trying to work out and get buff, so that way when I go to that Ecuadorian prison, I'll be able to defend myself.
Man, you're not going. But you look kind of
Salvadorian prison, not Ecuadorian prison.
Oh, Salvadorian. Right. One of the prisons in Latin America. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm fit and I'm ready at the
Look, they are, but Mike, they wouldn't get you. You're quite white, but you kind of look suspicious. Yeah. So your features are kind of suspicious. You know, they ain't asking nobody, so you might be one to go.
I'll shave the beard, stock up on mayonnaise, cover up my tattoos if need be.
Hell yeah!
I'm working. Extra mayonnaise, please. Like, nobody's gonna suspect
that's really
anything,
white.
You know,
that's right there. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah,
it's increased 10%.
This mayonnaise is delicious.
Oh, just like them.
Yeah. I got that from Undercover Brother. To be fair, so I'm emulating his
you learn from
his parody. Yeah.
Did you guys see that he is dismantling or has already the CDC? So what we gonna get our information from?
TikTok,
pretty much.
So that's banned.
No, Google. You know what I'm saying? People sneezing everywhere, coughing everywhere. What's going on? ChatGPT.
AI results first. It's ridiculous.
I'm relying on Lance to text me stuff from Canada that we don't know.
I know. I'm gonna give y'all Indian updates.
Yeah.
Don't eat blue.
Lance and David will give us the information. We'll communicate that.
But that's crazy. How things that have already been in place and were supposed to be in place to keep us safe, whether or not they like the way they're not, no programming is perfect or whatever. But that was something that kept us in the loop about diseases and things that are going on. But now they can control what information they want us to have about anything that's happening. Tell us that it ain't as bad as we know it is, those type of things. And this is really scary, the dismantling of so many prominent programs. Okay, I understand women's, reproductive rights. Of course, they're gonna come for that. I hate it. That's me. It affects me. It affects Ariana. It we know, okay, that, but we knew that they would come for that, regardless. But the way they're just coming for programs that are necessary, just because you ain't like the person that was running it the first time or how it was ran, it's like that same Elon Musk mindset. Trump has that too. It's very fragile. If they don't like the person that ran it, they got a little beef with them. They'll dismantle, they'll threaten to dismantle, they'll purchase the company, they'll hire people who have no kind of experience. Pete.
I think honestly that the first major breaking point for the majority of America is going to be as soon as all the things that y'all love buying in stores are unaffordable, you are going to have, you cannot put an austerity on Doritos. You can't have the Crunchwrap Supreme suddenly triple in price. You can't have cars be unaffordable for every single person. I think when everyone suddenly realizes cheap consumer goods are no longer a thing because all the tariffs coming from the countries that make y'all's cheap consumer goods are too tariffed, I think a number of people are suddenly going to revolt. I think it might be the opportunity you have to do a general strike is when people go to the grocery store and they're just like, everything is obscene. Everything is obscenely expensive now,
And they talk about eggs.
Expensive.
Eggs, right? Let's go back to eggs. I know we mention eggs every now and again on the show, and eggs, because they were like, I want price of eggs to go down. So that's why I voted for Trump. And as a Christian woman, eggs, no sense, no rhyme, no reason. The math never mapped. And here we are. Eggs are $14, right? You get
$14.
All of the eggs that they were talking about that he's going to, when he gets in office. Remember the first thing he was saying, he's going to bring groceries down. Baby, the way I just went to the grocery store and spent $60 on 4 things. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Speaking of eggs,
US.
Do you all want to see that clip that I talked about earlier with the agriculture secretary?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Because she's been, and just to give you some additional context, she's been on Maria Bartiromo's show a bunch of times talking about how she's doing everything she can to get the cost of eggs down. It's going to be difficult in the short term, but long term, it's going to be great. This is the lady who went viral because she recommended people in America get chickens as bird flu spreads throughout the country. But this is her basically saying, yeah, we're going to import eggs. And there's one problem with that the host brings up.
Where are the eggs coming from that you're importing?
Well, we're importing from Turkey. We're importing from South Korea. We're talking to a few other countries right now. But again, at the end of the day, once our farms are repopulated in just a couple of months, it doesn't take long for those baby hens to get to the egg laying point, that once that happens, then we'll go back to pretty much using all American laid eggs.
So then that means that eggs will be tariffed if you're taking them from Turkey, right? That's part of the tariff plan.
Yes, I mean, all to be determined. We're all in negotiations.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
That's so funny to me. God,
they have no knowledge. They're so we're gonna get eggs from out of the country.
We're getting turkey
knowing that man
eggs.
hitting everybody with tariffs. So the old girl was like, so we're gonna get eggs with tariffs on them. So it's gonna be more expensive. Well, yeah, no, I don't. We're gonna see, to be determined. Girl, what is it?
It's worth it to watch that whole interview, by the way. It's very, very good. I talk about that interview in my video tomorrow. Brooke Rollins is a hoot. I love her.
Apparently, there has been more eggs caught at the Canada-US border than fentanyl so far. People are actually, they're doing the egg mafia.
Really?
Shit. Trump
They're
has
That's
created
not an
smuggling
April
eggs.
1st thing.
the egg mafia is here. Get giddy up.
No shit. I
How
should
are they
start selling
safely?
eggs in the black market.
How are they safely transferring eggs? Eggs are so damn fragile. Like how y'all doing it?
They're putting them on spoons and they're walking very slowly across the border and then
I just watched actually a news story recently, and I want to say it is out of New York, and it's about eggs. And they are, you know how they do loose cigarettes, that they was doing loose cigarettes or whatever from from the bodegas and the corner stores. And I want to say this was somewhere in New York, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I was just watching this news story, like a whole package, local news. They're doing loose eggs, 3 in a package. And the man is saying, here, listen to me, a pack of eggs is $12.99. Guess how much 3 eggs in the pack cost? It's $3.99. So I'm like, girl, if you don't save the rest of your coins to get you the 12 pack, because they're playing you, it's still the same thing. Like, what are you $3.99 for the egg? And the man was in the camera giving his interview, like, I'm doing this because I just saw that the community needed eggs, and I thought that if I go ahead and I do this for y'all, he's like, the community needed eggs, and I thought if I do this for y'all, for the community will bring us together more because I saw them suffering. I'm like, not you hustling folks out of eggs. And then the lady in her interview was just like, I haven't ate eggs in months because it's so expensive. I haven't ate eggs in months. And I'm like, so people really, is the eggs really an issue like that? Like, is it really that much of a thing?
I don't know the obsession with eggs, if I'm being honest. Like,
Me neither.
When I was baking a lot, I needed eggs. But I don't eat eggs that much. It's just
I don't know. Smell of them. Like I eat them.
People eat eggs every day. What are you talking about? Eggs are like a major breakfast food.
They're also in all baking, so that's like,
but they're also gross and they smell weird.
They smell weird. I'm not a fan of the raw eggs.
I don't like the smell. I do like eggs though.
But raw eggs.
It just depends.
I hate the smell of them. But yes, eggs are an everyday.
Eggs are good for you too.
Yeah, I like to do the egg whites and stuff like that. And then for Haitian meals, we boil the egg, and like breakfast, we'll cook it with some fried spaghetti. Yes, that's Haitian breakfast.
It just depends. Like the amount of eggs that people are supposedly eating is kind of unhinged.
No, they acting real brand new. Like like eggs is really
dramatic.
A fundamental part of their life's food system. It's not. It's never been. It's never been.
I wonder if it's FOMO, like with toilet paper and COVID, where I was like,
it's similar.
You're shitting that much. I know you're not shitting that much. Who needs like fucking 2 Costco packs?
I absolutely
each other in the
I will
stores,
say.
But eggs are not the same as that. People eat eggs and they go bad. So it's
if
not
peanut butter was to be a commodity in this country like eggs, then I would freak out because I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is very good.
Ew.
Excuse me?
It's all yuck.
Peanut butter is delicious. I don't want to hear any slander of peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Better.
Ew.
Peanut butter and jelly.
That don't even go together. I don't like it.
Wait, did you say peanut butter and jelly don't go together?
Excuse me? The audacity.
I don't like it.
That's like the most classic combination on the planet.
Oh my
peanut
God.
butter and jelly.
I don't even eat chocolate.
You don't
eat chocolate?
No.
How do you survive?
I'm not a big chocolate fan either.
This is what is going on?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, now
I'm not a big chocolate person.
Now I'm getting offended. Okay,
I know.
What the fuck?
I don't eat.
What do you like to eat then, folks? We need to have that combo. You don't eat French fries, Rebecca? Excuse me?
No.
This is just low tier bait, is what this is. Okay,
yeah, probably
it is.
Conversation. That's all this is.
Okay, I'm curious. What's your favorite?
Rebecca's about to be like, listen, I'm not a meat eater, but I'm also not vegetarian because I don't eat any sort of salad.
Water.
I'm allergic to water.
Yeah. No. I love water, but
room temperature water only.
Yeah.
Yes, that too.
What do you like to eat, Ariana?
What do I like to eat? Are we talking about like staple foods or just like day to day?
Whatever you want to tell us.
Whatever's your favorite, maybe. Like
very simple question. What are you doing here?
Don't stress her out.
I love a good burrito. I feel like it gives
Fuck yeah.
serotonin.
Yes.
Wait, but a burrito could be a lot of things. You talking like a breakfast burrito or like a
Ew,
burrito burrito?
No. I'm talking about like a home down super carne asada burrito, you know.
Okay.
But I don't like guac. I'm not a guac eater.
You don't like guac? Oh,
I don't like guac.
my
either.
heart is
I don't like it
breaking.
either.
I can never.
I don't
look
like
at you all the
avocado.
same
Period.
again.
I used to be.
You don't like avocado?
No.
You're breaking the
Right.
rule.
How do
the one rule.
What do you put on your
have to love
toast then, Matt?
Yeah.
I don't eat
No.
toast.
I used to swim a lot,
destroy the
especially in community college. And there were two staple foods in swim. It was avocado and almond butter because you exert so much energy. You have to eat a lot of calories. And those are the two healthy, like immediate ways you can get calories. And like ever since my swim stuff, like I just cannot eat almond butter or avocado. I'm like, I'm good.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Okay,
love
one
don't
thing
like
we
it.
can all agree on. What were you gonna say? What was that?
I love
I said-
Jiffy. I love like the unhealthy peanut butters, like the Jiffy and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
but
the only peanut butter I
healthy
was talking
peanut
about.
butter,
What other
like-
peanut butter are you talking about? That's it. That's peanut butter.
There's okay. My brother is an almond bro. Like he's
Mm.
basically like the almond mom of the family. Just like raw foods, very healthy. Puts beef tallow on his face, which I still to this day don't
A
understand.
beef towel? Ew. That
Yeah,
does
so
not
I don't know if
sound
you guys
good.
know this, but there's this whole trend. Well, my brother was on this before it became a TikTok trend, but all the like health
Sounds dirty.
freaks, all the health freaks put
Yeah,
beef
Mike, you must know about
tallow on their face for moisturizer.
Okay, wait, what?
What?
They
That's
swear by
what is
it.
wrong with people?
Wait, is your brother one of those beef tallow Nazis?
He's not a Nazi, but he does put beef tallow on his face.
You've seen the thing with the Steak and Shake, right?
No.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Apparently,
RFK
it's a
That
big
sounds so
Maha
dirty.
thing. A big RFK Jr. thing is
Just to get rid of
beef
Cheetos.
tallow
Yeah.
and steak, shake and steak, whatever that weird fast food chain is.
Oh wait, are you
They're
saying
like-
tallow?
Tallow, yeah. Beef tallow.
That's what she said.
Oh, I thought you said towel.
It's
So
rendered-
like beef towel.
rendered-
So I'm thinking like you
rendered
take a
fat.
sheet of beef,
Ew,
No.
put it over your face.
Oh, I'd love it.
Closer than that.
I
They're
would love a
talking
beef.
about
I would love a
food.
beef
Yeah.
towel. I would eat that
Crisco.
shit. Just-
God,
No,
I don't
trust
know
me.
why I
My
heard beef
boyfriend who's a
towel.
doctor is like, please stop doing that. Like, please stop putting beef tallow on your face. And my brother's like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it. And we're like,
If
all
you
right.
want to take out an acne, that's a
Your
very
brother is a RFK Jr. guy, isn't he?
He hasn't told me, like he wouldn't admit it to me because he knows I would rip him a new one.
I'm pretty
but-
sure my brother's an RFK Jr. guy. He hasn't admitted it either, but just based, I get the vibes.
But my brother has a degree in nutrition, so I feel like he's always kind of been like very.
You should have led with that before saying.
Yeah,
No, it's worse.
he has a bachelor's in nutrition, so he's very much like into that kind of
But
stuff.
is he like
That's-
a health nut or is he like
Right.
the
Because
male
he's
very
version of a
much like
crunchy
he's a
mom?
very
They-
much like a health nut.
So the
Okay,
RFK.
so he's not like a
believes that
granola
the
mom or
protein
something.
is-
He's
it's
actually a
healthy,
health person.
carcinogenic.
No,
That's
he's
the reason.
genuinely a health person. Yeah, he also has like like eczema and stuff like that. He gets flare ups, so he like tries to like
And don't put beef tallow on your skin. That will cause worse eczema flare ups. Like, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Right.
listen.
And don't dry yourself with a beef towel if you get out of the shower. Use a regular towel.
I'm just rubbing
I don't know why I prefer beef towel.
oil and grease on my face all day, and I'm wondering why my skin is all
You
bad.
break it out, right? What explains this? God.
People, they do the
Washing
weirdest
myself
things.
in vegetable oil, and all of a sudden my skin is flaring up. What's going?
Going back to foods, I think we can all agree on one food that is objectively delicious. Two foods, actually. One
Let's
of them
see.
is cookies. The other is donuts. Am I correct? We all agree?
What kind of cookies?
No,
Stop.
I don't like donuts.
sorry.
donuts
the
are
only, well, the only
fantastic.
donut I would eat, and it's probably half of it. Half of one is the one with when the light turns on. It's hot. Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Krispy Kreme. Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. But
The
you have to go
old-fashioned
through-
glazed
through the
donut.
place.
That's good
But
stuff.
they give you like a box, and every time I go, like I don't go often, but like I'm like, okay, let me go there and get one. I'm craving something sweet right now, and I'll eat like half of it. But they'll be like 12 on us. What am I gonna do with all these damn donuts?
You send them to me.
Eat
That's
every single one of
you
them.
send
And
them to
they're
me.
fried.
That is not a problem to get here.
But
I've
the
never
lady's so
done
sweet.
donuts for free. That's amazing.
I am
That's
a
so-
I am a
Yeah.
donut person. Donuts
Have
are
you guys
good.
I'm not a
ever had
donut.
a southern beignet, like a beignet from the
No,
south?
beignets are good.
Oh, beignets are very
Beignets
good.
are
yes.
good.
If you ever go to Louisiana or like Georgia or any like southern, well, the ones in Louisiana are built different because there's something about the weather, and when they make the beignet, it actually makes the beignet like superb because of the weather that's in Louisiana, like the humidity and everything. But I will stand by beignets till the day I die.
So the weather really makes the beignets better?
Yeah. Someone just reminded me of the name of the place when I went to the place you gotta get it from when you go to New Orleans is Café du Monde. That's like the famous beignet place. You go there and you buy them, and they're really good.
This is making me hungry. Okay, what about ice cream? Do we all agree on ice cream? There's got to be something we all
depends
agree
what
on.
Flavor.
Vanilla.
I mean, it just ice cream broadly speaking. If you like a flavor and you love it, or if you love a flavor, really I should say.
I just went for ice cream recently, but I have to make it into a way where it's a small portion I can eat with like maybe a piece of cake, a little piece of cake, or mix it until it becomes like a smoothie. But eating ice cream, I've been seeing people eat like tubs of it. That's crazy business.
Oh, that's too much.
But
yeah.
Vanilla is good. Vanilla, maybe just like the plain without nothing. Cookies and cream is good after 2 bites. I can't do the rest. I would do, and I know this is probably weird, the sherbet one, like just a little bit of it. The ones that are sweet but creamy. I like those.
I think that qualifies though. You like ice cream. How about you, Ariana?
I like ice cream sandwiches.
That counts. We have
ice cream sandwiches are good.
Like, I don't like ice cream.
I will say though, Iranians, we have this ice cream where it's pistachio and saffron with rose water.
No, you can take your pistachio ice cream
with rose water.
Yeah.
Oh, the rose water sounds weird, but the pistachio sounds good.
It's rose.
No, the rose water sounds good. That one I want to try. The pistachio I do not want to try.
No flowers.
Oh wait, we have another thing. Can I? Okay, so we have that, and then we put it in like a wafer, and it's so freaking good. If you ever go to LA, definitely go to Saffron, and I think it's Saffron and Ice or something like that. It's like one of the most famous Iranian ice cream places. But we have this dessert where it's carrot juice and vanilla ice cream.
Yum.
That could be good. Because carrot juice
honestly,
good.
It's great. It tastes really good. Like I love it, but it's an acquired taste.
So while we talk about food, I don't know if we mentioned this. I don't want to forget, but Olay is up for a Webby Award.
Oh, we mentioned it.
Oh, I'm sure y'all did. Thank you. Y'all did right, but we're going to
let's mention it again. Let's mention it again. Go ahead.
Let's do it again.
Olay is up for a Webby Award for the category Social Impact, and I want her to win it. We want her to win it. So if y'all love her, everybody from everybody's platform, please head over to the Webby website, and choose Olay for the Social Impact Award. Please do vote for her right now. Like as we said it's literally use all 6 to 10 of y'all emails. Don't say I said that, but just go ahead and vote for Olay. And everybody.
I put the link in everybody's chats.
Good.
And I'm sharing it on the screen. Listen, let's just put it this way: if she doesn't win, we're gonna cancel the show. No more Leftist Mafia.
We're blaming y'all for it. We're gonna blame you guys. It's a lot of y'all. It's too many of you guys who support and love her as well for y'all not to vote. Please, just I think that she deserves it, especially because she has a huge social impact and a lot of things that she's done for like her. She's really great. Her content is great, but not only her content, how she gives it up, how she's real serious about it. Like every issue, the way that she tore Mayor Eric Adams up when everybody else was scared to do it, like she deserves. So please make sure you guys vote for her.
If anybody's made a social impact, it's her. None of the other nominees confronted Eric Adams to his face, and none of the other nominees were literally on the Leftist Mafia. So a win for her is a win for us. And if she loses, there will be hell to pay for each and every single one of you. There's 3,000 of you watching right now across all platforms. If she doesn't win, I'm going to fucking come to your house.
Why do you threaten?
I'm just kidding. No. Just please vote for Olay.
What? Mike, you stay. You ready to fight every time.
I will kill every single one.
No, you will not.
Wow.
I already said a good reason to vote. I already said a good reason to vote is because David Dole has announced that he's giving away a $1 million check. And to enter, you need to vote for Ole in this. And David Dole will come down to wherever you live if you win, and he'll hand you that big $1 million check. It's that simple.
And if she doesn't win, we're going to storm the Webby headquarters.
Don't forget, the fate of Western civilization and America is in the hands of this election, and you need to vote for Ole.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. If you don't vote, you're gay. And if you are gay, and if you don't vote, you're straight.
If you don't vote, you're straight.
Yeah. You don't want that. You do not want to be straight if you're gay.
If you vote, you show your support for Ole, especially because you support her work, and you will get love because we love you. Mean it. And you'll get that straight from us. So,
well, we'll see if they still get that. Depends on if they vote and how many times they vote.
Mike, please. Please.
What do you say, folks? Should we get the super chats early?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm just
Look,
not feeling it tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to understand that this is a very busy week in politics. And we've all been talking about this on our many other shows.
Right.
And it's at the point where, like, we got together tonight and we were like, let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
We're so burned out.
Also, we had a guest who was planned, but they weren't able to come on, so we have to.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. Don't you do it?
No,
I didn't say nothing, Ariana.
Say something though, so let me just jump ahead of the curve.
I was saying nothing about you.
Yeah, don't say it.
About how you were responsible. I was never going to say a word about how you were the one responsible for the guest.
Litigation,
you didn't pull through.
All right, y'all. Let me just. We were supposed to have Noah Samson on, and he is getting. Well, Ethan had originally. Okay, let me just explain what happened really quick. Cliff notes. Basically, Noah had put out a video about Zionist YouTubers. Ethan was one of them, obviously, along with Mutar and some others. And Ethan did not like it because Hassan reposted that video, so it really triggered Ethan. And so Ethan was like, I'm going to sue Noah for basically talking about me. And we all thought it was like kind of smoke in the air, but it turns out he's actually suing him. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. But it turns out he's actually suing Noah for making that video and calling him a Zionist. Now, I don't really know how much merit the lawsuit has or how probable it is that he'll win, because freedom of speech is still freedom of speech. But given how much, Ethan has backing and money and he's a millionaire, I'm sure he could dry out anyone he wants through the legal system. So we were going to have Noah come on and speak, and he had already said yes. And then today I asked him again. I was like, hey, are we still good? And he was like, no, the lawsuit's really starting to heat up and I can't come on right now. Which makes sense.
It's not good to. We don't want to put him in a predicament where.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
So that was the planned guest. I was really excited for it, but Yeah.
We'll bring him on in the future. We love Noah. He's great.
Yeah.
Can I do one quick PSA just before you do super chats? If any of you are listening to us and you happen to be in Vancouver, British Columbia, April 5th is our by-election. Please go vote for Sean Orr. He is the only candidate who has got a plan to end homelessness by taxing people with mansions and billionaires and using it to pay for supportive housing. It would be a beautiful thing. I made his official campaign video. If you want to watch it, it's up on all my social media. Go vote for Sean Orr. That's Sean ORR. It's on April 5th by-election in Vancouver. If you are in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
Not you giving us radio voice, Canadian radio voice.
Also, really good, great, really quick. Oh my God, the brain rot is really seeping through my brains and my speech. Congratulations. For me. The brain rot in general, just life's brain rot.
Oh yeah.
Lance, congratulations on hitting 100,000.
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm actually gonna get that button.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get the plaque. I'm
And then
excited.
you're gonna put it up in the back.
Yeah. Couldn't have done it.
Congratulations.
Much deserved. Yeah.
I have to pick your brain because I need to know how you're pumping out so much content every day. You pump out like 5 videos on YouTube every day. It's remarkable.
One a day, but every day. But it's by doing live streams and then turning the live stream content into content. So do it on both ends. Yeah. But yeah, pick my brain. DM me. I can give you brain.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna DM you. Cause I don't know, YouTube, I'm so like my brain is so fried from short form content that I'm so used to that like the little, oh, my video's going viral, back to back to back, that when you make YouTube videos and then one goes viral per every 50 and you have to put like 8 hours into it before you post it, it's like it's torture for me. Like I have to completely rewire my brain and it's just so hard. So yeah.
It's a different beast. Yeah. Yeah. Also, shout out to Silly and Billy. They just hit 100K too. Lots of people joining the 100K club.
Damn, everyone but me. Everyone but me. I see.
Soon come, Matt.
I don't have
You
a
gotta
hit that too.
Steal your content from Jank and Anna. That's how it's done. You just gotta make 10 videos on and siphon all the TYT viewers into Matt Binder viewers.
There you go.
You gotta poach them.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm beat.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Send me on my way.
Okay.
I meant who wants to go with the who wants to do super chats first?
That's what I'm saying. Let me go first.
Go ahead, yeah. I thought you were just like I want to go first. Everyone say goodbye to me. I'm leaving.
I am beat, y'all. I literally flew in straight from getting my Haitians together because their health and
today?
stuff I had to handle. Yeah, I'm tired.
Oh my God. Oh God. I don't know how you're on camera after being on a plane. I commend you.
Look at me. I look a mess. I am exhausted. But
I'm feeling it too. I know I'm feeling it too. Find me your first chat, Rebecca, and then I should be able to follow along after that.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's either Chris or Kowalski. Who's the first one?
Let's go to. All right, it is Kuya Damon.
Oh, Kuya. Okay, so I got to scroll down more. There we go. Okay.
All right. So, Becca, I'm close with a couple Haitian classmates here in dental school. Any greetings in Haitian Creole I can tell them? Love the new YouTube pic, by the way. First of all, give credit to Ole. I let her take over my YouTube. She's like, no. So that's all Ole. Shouts out to Ole.
Nice.
She did all of that. She did it in 2 seconds. That girl is fast.
Did she?
But shouts out to Ole for that. But some Haitian Creole could be sac passé, comment ye, sac ap fait, qui jon ye. So I wrote it in the chat, so it's in there. So if you wanted to but that's how you can greet them. They'll be shocked. Thank you, Omega Star, for the super chat. Ravy B, thank you for the super chat. Cyborg Manifesto, what kind of self-care do you practice to protect yourself from these multi-pronged attacks on citizens and civil rights? I go touch grass. Like I go, because not only are we dealing with that, we are people too. So on top of what we're covering every day that's frying our brain, we have our personal lives that have issues in it too. So how I balance all of that out, I will literally go, I'm an outside girl. I like to hike. I like to go on runs. I will play some music, something that's good, maybe some gospel, maybe some old school R&B, something. I get a lot of sun. I want sun. I sit in the light. That's how I do it. Like I'll be outside. I'm a bird watcher. I got a bird feeder on my balcony where the hummingbirds come. Watch them. I am that kind of girl. I am. But
hummingbirds are really fun to watch, though.
They're so cute, and they
they're like little bugs.
They think my window is the outside. They'll go eat, and I think that's kind of hurting their beak. So I had to figure out how to fix that. They'll eat, and then they'll hit my window because there's like this film on my window that mirrors the sky. So they'll eat and they'll fly right into the window, and I'll be feeling so bad.
Dumbasses.
But Chris, thank you so much. He says happy birthday.
Is it your
birthday? It's not my birthday. Yeah, no. Next month is my birthday on May 15th.
I was gonna say, like, are we off?
No.
Okay.
And then I said that, and then he says, "Oh, it's not your birthday. I thought it was one of our birthdays today." I said we could celebrate together. It's me and Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris. I like that. Doing the bit from The Office. I recognize it, Chris.
So in 4 years, Matt will be leading the militia of Queens towards DC. This is Prairie Fire, by the way. Of course, he always got to do these little cute ones. In 4 years, Matt will be leading the militia of Queens towards DC for the final push. Mike, unfortunately, was in the first wave. There were no survivors. Anyone? Oh, anywho, enjoy a rotisserie chicken on me. You know the rotisserie chickens ain't $9.99 anymore. It's like $25. They were selling rotisseries in the store I was at. They had to over the speaker. They were like, "Hello, everyone in Sprouts," because that's where I was, and they were like, "We have rotisserie chicken for $5." I repeat, for $5. So I could actually get to with that. Prairie, you right. So, Rachel Atwood, is Rebecca a breatharian? I looked it up when she said it and I died. Because a breatharian, for those of you who don't, is a pseudoscientific practice that claims individuals can live solely on air and sunlight, absorbing energy from the universe instead of consuming food and water, which is considered dangerous and an unfounded belief. No, I ain't that. I'm not that, but that would definitely help keep the weight small. But I'm not that. Bay photo, because I'll be ready to say bye photo. Bay photo for loose bodega eggs, $3.99. Thank you. I don't think where I live they got them loose, but yeah, thank you. Sports releases suck. Which U.S. companies liking voted for neo-Nazis? I don't know where this is from, but love you, Mina. Thank you for the super chat. And I think there's two more. Sports release again. Should Hollywood do if 50% tariffs by Europe, Asian, South America, Central America, Mexico, Canada regarding U.S. produced movies? Should they tariff movie or should Hollywood? What should Hollywood do? I don't know. We're gonna come back to that. I gotta really. My brain is fried. I ain't reading this right.
It's breaking my brain too, trying to read it.
And I'm so sorry. Sports releases suck. I love you, mean it. I'm so sorry. I'm not getting that. Timmy Noir, Becca, I got Bone Thug stuck in my head now. Oh, because it's on my shirt. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of all right. Well, I hope everybody's bills is paid for the first of the month. I hope you guys are taking in April really well. I hope it's not that sucky of a month for content creators too. But I love you guys, mean it. And I will see you with more energy on next Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care. I can't promise more energy, but I'll see you.
Bye. Bye.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go if there's no volunteers. I mean,
yeah, sure. I'll go afterwards.
Let me just pull up the activity and scroll to the bottom here. Big thank you to Sam Rocher for the $10 that PBD clip stupidity shook me so hard this fell out. If you didn't know, everybody, Sam Cedar just debated the Penis Balls Dick podcast. And it's very funny if you want to watch it and laugh. Bay Photo, thank you for the $1.99. They tariff penguins, but not Russia. That's what Matt was talking about. That's hilarious. Cyber Manifesto, thank you for the $5. I've been impressed by Canada's response to the U.S. bullying. How's the morale there? Mixed. I think some people are more concerned with the fact that we're in the middle of an election, and other people are wondering if we're going to become part of the European Union or maybe do more partnerships with China. There are now meetings taking place to see what direction the new frenzies are going to be, because America is kind of intense. Looney Tunes 9000, thank you for the $1.99. Can we please refer to MTG's Marjorie Taylor Greene? I will make that correction. And Chris, y'all just don't get it. As soon as they get the kids out of the class and into the workforce, we'll be able to rebuild our manufacturing base. Yeah, you'll need child labor. Also, thank you to Floridon for subscribing. Mighty Thagmar and Midnight Null Night. Take it away, Ariana or Mike, whoever wants to go next.
All right.
Cool. I can go really quick. Let me pull it up real quick.
I think the first one is Koya, right? Koya Damon?
Yes.
Okay.
Ariana, I can't lie. Your Ethan coverage and drama brain rot has been fun to watch. LOL. Now here's a donut to bring you back in your brain rejuvenation. I really appreciate it. I did 3 parts to Ethan Klein's Crash Out. I think one was Zionism, the other one was his friends, and the other one was the CPS Crash Out, which was completely separate from the other Crash Outs. But I appreciate it. I did a lot of research, but after the 3rd video, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Thank you for the $5. I'll probably do an update, but for now, I'm good. Bay Photo, thank you so much for the $2. Elon Voice, yes, USA. Oh, USA. Okay. That took me too long. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first too.
I know, it took me a while. Chris, thank you so much for the $5. It's not about millennials, it's about Gen Xers that are near retirement right now, hoping to live off of money currently in the stock market. Yeah, I mean, I think our stock conversation was just more about like preparation than people that are going through it now.
Right.
But like, for sure, the boomers, I know there's some boomers that are still in the workforce that really got fucked. So, yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Kowalski, thank you so much for the $10. Please put this dono money towards your retirement or a rotisserie chicken. Fun tip, if you guys go to Smart and Final or other grocery stores, before they close, they put their rotisserie chickens on like sale. That's what I used to do in college to eat. Also, don't go. Yeah. Also, don't go to Matt or Mike for financial advice. Like, holy shit, guys, buy land or something. By the way, don't buy stocks till Q4. Okay.
Would it surprise you to know that I don't own any stocks? Excuse me, stonks.
I mean, it's okay, y'all. Just go open up a Fidelity app and just open up a Roth. Okay. If you need any help, let me know. If you need any help, let me know.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out for sure.
Yeah.
What about Aspiration VP? I've heard good things about Aspiration.
What do you mean?
Aspiration, like it's an investment app for progressives.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
They sponsored TYT, but apparently the founder went to jail.
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found out from somebody was watching.
What? I gotta know about this now. What happened?
Yeah, I don't remember where it was. Either the Vanguard that said that or somebody else. It was probably the Vanguard. Yeah, I had no idea about this. I'm pretty sure it was the Vanguard that talked about this. Because that was like, I don't know if it was a progressive investment company or what it was in particular. Maybe it was Majority Report that talked about it. It was either Vanguard or Majority Report, one or the other. But yeah, they brought that up, and I'm like, oh, I remember the advertisements for them.
Yeah.
Speak of, investments or whatever.
But when you put money in a Roth, you have to buy shares of like their retirement stock so that it starts investing itself. So if you need help, just let me know.
They basically put it into like a bunch of,
Yeah, it invested for you. I know it sucks, but it's like, I don't want what happened to my parents. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want y'all to be in this position where you're, 65 and you gotta, Uber and shit or do whatever to make money. My dad Ubers, that's why I made the Uber reference, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. Chris, thank you so much for the $2. What's everyone doing Saturday? Oh, wait. How did we not bring this up the whole entire stream?
Right.
We're so fried, guys.
What?
Oh my God.
It's been a long week.
Chris, thank you so much for the $2. Okay, on April 5th, there is going to be a national uprising against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. This is not organized by the Democrats or politicians. This is very much grassroots. If you guys want more information, you can go on handsoff2025.com. You can find protests near you. And when I'm talking about there's protests literally everywhere, like I'm not joking, even out in the boonies, they have things, they have protests, scheduled and stuff like that. I know I looked up like the basic schedules. It seems like most of them are starting between 12 and 1, depending on where your area is at. But obviously, if you live in a metropolitan area, you're more than likely to have more. But there's going to be protests everywhere, y'all, and y'all need to get out. Like, we really need to get out in the streets. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but, we still need to get out. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some rural areas in Oregon that are doing these too, which is, in any rural part of the country, it usually doesn't happen, even in blue states. But yeah, that just goes to show you there's energy everywhere. So yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much. Cyborg Manifesto, thanks so much for the $5. Do you think Bezos will purchase TikTok? Honestly, I'm so fucking sick and tired of the TikTok conversation. Like, if y'all want it, just take it. I mean, I am so tired of this TikTok is going to get banned bullshit. At this point, I'm just kind of over TikTok. I'm so fiercely shadow banned on that app, and I'm just honestly investing on YouTube. I just don't care. Take it, leave it. I just don't give a fuck, okay? Just like figure it out, because I'm so sick and tired. I think, you know what? So many other content creators share my same sentiment that like no one's even talking about this because we're so sick of it. I know that the bald shark dude wants to buy it, Kevin O'Leary. I don't really know who's going to be able to buy it. And quite frankly, I don't care. Huh?
He's Canadian.
Oh. Well, Canada's best. I honestly hate that guy. He's so
he's
insufferable.
worse. He's just a horrifying human being.
He wants to be an American.
Yeah, he should be put in stirrup gulags. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so gross. Otto Deshat, thank you so much for the $10. Good broadcast. Thanks so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Looney Tunes, thanks for making me a mod on your Twitch, Ari, but please refer to MTG as Marjorie Taylor Greene from now on. Honestly, I would, but I feel like that's what the libs do. I feel like that's very liberal coded.
Yeah, that is. I agree with that, actually.
I feel like
if you use Karen, it's got to be more selective. If you just call somebody a Karen, I feel like that's edgy if you're a liberal only.
Yeah,
not to call you a liberal Looney Tunes, but
no, you're obviously not a liberal, but I don't know. Whenever, because I feel like liberals just throw out the name Karen left and right. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, Karen is used in very specific situations for leftists. Yeah. But
not to say that liberals don't cook once in a while. I think it's the F/Elon thing is funny to, refer to Trump and Musk.
Yeah.
But, it's already kind of overused. The Cheeto stuff was funny at first. They overused that. I still enjoy it time to time, but yeah.
Guys, I can't believe we didn't talk about Cory Booker's filibuster this whole stream.
Oh, because who gives a shit?
We need to build like an agenda or something of just topics to hit on when we're super fried.
I know.
It's amazing that he did that whole thing this week, 25 hours speaking against the Donald Trump agenda. And then today he votes against Bernie Sanders' bill to stop Trump's selling of arms to Israel.
I mean, he was wearing the Israeli hostage the whole time. What do you expect?
Was he?
Yeah.
So it's funny because he beat Strom Thurmond's record for speaking, but one racist replaced another one because Cory Booker is racist against Palestinians. And I also love how immediately when he's done, we all get a text message. I just got off the floor. Like, fuck up. You're fundraising off this already? At least take a nap before you fucking start hitting me up for money. God damn. Have some fucking decency.
No, it's bad. It's bad. But it's also like,
I just can't take it.
It was also so bad because there were people that were like, oh, if you can't celebrate what Cory Booker did, like, you're problematic. And it's like, here's the thing about me. I am a consistent hater. Once I start hating on you, there's not much you can do for me to, change that stance. Like, I'm a hater. I'm a certified hater. And so with Cory Booker, that man has referred to people who look like me as terrorists so many times. There is nothing. That man could bring down Jesus and be like, I resurrected Jesus. And I would be like, you're still a piece of shit. So that's just how I feel about him. And I just feel like, I don't know, like, sure, he did something that was record breaking. Honestly, I don't even think he was filibustering anything. I think he was just yapping for, like, was he even filibustering anything?
He wasn't filibustering anything. He, look, here's what I will say. I want Democrats to fight. So good. Fight, talk, do things to get attention to yourself, to draw attention to Donald Trump. So I think that that's good. At the end of the day, it's so hard to not be cynical about the Democratic Party because almost everything they do is performative. And then when the cameras are off, then they make these votes to destroy people's lives, drop bombs on the heads of babies. It's just, it feels gross. Like, I can't applaud you. Like, good. I'm glad you did this. Please continue to fight Republicans to the extent that you can. But then, go fuck yourself if you're going to text me for money and then you're going to fucking vote for shit like, or vote against Bernie's bill. Like, fuck you. He's so disingenuous. I hate these fake ass politicians. So I don't really care about it. I feel like I have mixed feelings because it's like, yeah, good. I want you to fight. You should be doing this. But like, you're Cory Booker. You're a shill. Yeah. Fuck you.
I mean, he did hint at running for presidency, so I think maybe
he
that
will.
was kind of why. Yeah, I think he kind of wants to be like the next Obama type thing, but it's like, you're never gonna be Obama. Sorry, babe. Anyways, sports release. Thank you so much for the $7. Should sexual themes deepfakes treat as a SA like South Korea? Yeah, 100%. Any AI or anything generated that's non-consensual that portrays anyone in a sexual way I feel like that's digital sexual assault. Okay, it's just what I would call it.
Yeah, 100%. That should not be legal.
Yeah, they do that shit with AOC all the time, and I'm like, you perverts! Like that's so weird.
So fucking sick.
It's so gross. Sports release treated Johnny Somali as rapist for deepfake. I don't know why Johnny Somali keeps coming up in my chat, but good. I hope that guy goes down.
Okay, I think this is a Nintendo gaming channel, but like either last week or the week before, they sent in like 1,000 super chats about Johnny Somali. I still do not know who the fuck Johnny Somali is, and I refuse to learn. I know it's somebody that did something. I don't give a fuck about Johnny Somali. If I hear about Johnny Somali again, I'm gonna kill myself.
I think he's a very problematic like character, but I don't know who he is, to be honest.
Yeah.
My chat is saying that Johnny Somali is going to be in a Korean jail for a while, so I don't know what he is.
He's not our problem anymore. Wash your hands of Johnny Somali. Oh my god.
I think I hope he dies so we don't have to hear about him. Is Lance. And I think Lance isn't even here. The only person that can comment on him is Lance. Anyways.
It's like, oh my god, Johnny Somali. I can't take on the Johnny Somali. Stop it.
Yeah. Apparently it's a racist kick streamer that got, I don't know, yeeted in South Korea. I don't know what's going on, honestly.
He's not our problem anymore then.
Oh, here's Lance. You're on mute.
Sorry, what's up?
We were talking about Johnny Somali.
Again, who keeps donating to you?
It's the same person who sends 8 super chats to each person every week asking about Johnny Somali. I love him. He's like a sweet person, but I can't take Johnny Somali. If I hear Johnny Somali one more time,
doesn't. Man. I don't know what I want to hear. He went to another country, was super racist, broke their laws, and he's going to be in jail for a while. That's all there is. That's the story. Don't do that. Don't be a racist piece of shit tourist. You are in a super privileged position if you're traveling to other countries alone. Respect their local customs. Try to learn the language to the best you can and be nice and polite and help that they're by spending money and tipping very well. That's all you can say. He went there. And
my plan to create an alt account and every week send in a super chat about Johnny Somali just to drive Mike crazy is working wonderfully.
Say Johnny Somali one more time. Say it one more time, I swear.
It does give us a good laugh, so
he's a shitty racist chick streamer. That's all there is to it.
Omega Shenron, thank you so much for the $5. And NY's East Village neighborhood Ray's Candy Store is the best, has the best beignets. Ari, you gotta try some as soon as you move. You and Matt gotta do a leftist mafia show there. Oh my god, me and Matt doing a leftist mafia show together in person is either going to go really well or really bad, and I don't know which way.
I think it'd be really good. Excuse me, why would you say that? It'd be great.
It would either be a roasting session between the two of us, or we'll get a lot done. I can't tell which one.
Hey, people pay to go see stand-up comics just roast each other. So I mean. Well, when are you moving to New York? What happened? I thought you were moving to New York.
Yeah, so actually, I don't know if you guys can see all the moving boxes.
Yeah, I saw the boxes.
Yeah,
oh hell yeah!
It's
happening.
It's so bad. So the movers are coming on the 15th. I'm hoping to probably have a flight either maybe like the I'm thinking around like the 18th or the 20th or the 21st, like somewhere around there. I'll eventually
that's soon.
Officially moving to New York. So
hell yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
We're gonna actually really have to do a live show. I'm not even joking. Even if
I'm down. I'm so down. Do you know of a studio or anything, or should we just kind of wing it?
I mean, I'm sure we can find a place like that would. I'm talking about like a live show, like with an audience, like like a venue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have following like that to show up. I have imposter syndrome. I feel like 2 people would show up and both of them would want to kill me, but I don't know.
I mean, we don't need a huge audience. We could do a little, like 100 people, a venue. Not like
you guys can do that, and me and Lance will react to it online.
That would be so funny. I'm down. Honestly, we can talk about it more. Also, next week I'm gonna be at the Hill on Wednesday it's for like a Medicaid thing, protesting. I'm flying back on Thursday, so I'll see if I have time to hop on the stream, but I might not be here.
Whoa, just flying to DC while in the middle of moving and then flying back to.
Yeah, I know. They reached out to me yesterday and they were like, "Hey, can you come to DC for this event? Because you guys know both my parents have cancer, and so they're like, we're looking for healthcare creators and like creators who have personal, family members who are on government assisted insurance, and we want you guys to come on the Hill and do like this whole Medicaid event." I don't know. They have to send me more details and stuff, and obviously I'd have to do deliverables and stuff like that, but. I love what they're doing, so I agreed, but like any other circumstance, I would have been like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. But that's exactly why I'm moving to New York, so I'm closer to DC, so then I could just hop on a train. Like I wouldn't have to derail 5 days of my week for an event, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Omega Shenron, Mike is a secret member of CP-0. You also vote Ole. What is that?
It's a reference to basically a CIA-like organization in the anime One Piece.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a male-centric comment, so I'm gonna hand it to the men.
It was such a nerd like neckbeard comment. I love it.
It's funny. Omega Shenron, also hitting myself for missing Fran last week. Met her at Brooklyn when she did shows here as a former Dragon Squad guy who supports her show. Oh, I didn't know she did shows in New York. Oh, that's stand-up comedy, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, her and her husband do stand-up comedy.
Okay, that's cool.
That'd be cool to see.
It's funny, like I've seen a lot of creators that are kind of in the cross of like content creation, political content creation, and stand-up comedy. She's like the 5th person I've met that does both. And I've tried to be like politically funny so many times. I just don't have it in me. Like I don't have that skill. But shout out to
if you come out to one of my stand-up shows, I think you'd like understand the vibe, and because I've been doing stand-up for at least 10 years now, and yeah.
Are you serious?
No, of course
not. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
I'm a huge stand-up fan, so I was like, that's badass.
Yeah, I love
stand-up
too. No, but
if I'm funny, it's on accident.
The last stand-up I went to, the guy kept talking about fucking dogs, and I was like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. It was honestly kind of traumatizing.
Weird topic to be.
Oh, you came to my show? I didn't realize you were in the
audience. There's like, that's 20 minutes of my set right there.
I was like, and then oh my god, and then the opener. I'm sorry guys, I'm yapping. The opener, he was really funny or whatever. So I went with my boyfriend, and we were walking out, and I was like, hey, you did a great job. And he was like, thanks, you look good too.
Oh, you hit it on me. Let's see. Only setting I know.
And my boyfriend was like,
you're also
that's the awkward penguin equivalent of like when the waitress brings you your dinner and says enjoy your meal, and you're like, thanks, you too.
No, literally. Or when you're working at a gym and the person says have a good workout and you say you too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so awkward. So I was a little
that would be awkward.
Last one, directed for $2. More like Johnny Shipseki. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. If I hear the name Johnny, I can't take Johnny Somali anymore. Oh my god, what is wrong with you people?
Oh, this is a different person. This is a completely different person. Come on.
I don't know. Oh, and then Nintendo Gaming sent a $2.79. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you're going through that. Oh, it's okay. It's life. It is what it is.
Wait, so that person is not Nintendo Gaming Channel? Are there two people that ask about Johnny Somali, or did you change your name again? Are you fucking with me? What the hell?
Maybe it's two people.
That Switch 2 is a little expensive. Lower the price.
Yes, please, Nintendo. Do what you can, Nintendo Gaming Channel, and advocate for that. At least not $80 games.
Actually, two episodes ago, Nintendo Gaming was talking about Johnny Somali. So I think it's them.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. So there's two Johnny Somalians in the chat who bring him up all the time.
Guys, go listen to Aiden Ross or Fresh and Fit if you want updates on him. We're not the ones. We don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Wow, Ariana. People are going to be sharing that quote. Ariana Ariana recommends people watch Fresh and Fit and Aiden Ross. Wow.
Listen, if you go and you listen to me and you stick with it, then that's natural selection. I can't do anything about that.
I will say I do like Kai Cenat or whatever, however you say his name. When
he's not in that
Souls
same.
games.
He's not in that same category.
Okay, but Kai Cenat is he's a little crazy.
That's different though. That's not the same category.
Super famous super streamer. I assume they all are.
Wait, do you guys remember when Kai Cenat posted a whole entire riot in New York City, and they tried to charge him with felonies for it?
Yes, I remember that.
He hosted a free PS5 giveaway, and it turned into like a big event, but it wasn't
turned into like a huge market.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I don't think he was planning it. Orchestrated.
No, he wasn't planning it. It was just a bunch of kids in the middle of Manhattan, like starting chaos and ripping apart shit, and then it turned into this whole and then like the police were sending out choppers, and like it was just such a big event. And I was like, Kai Cenat has the capability to be the next revolutionary leader.
Yeah, these guys never use their fame for like for a good. I mean, he didn't do anything. Again, I don't think he's a bad guy. He's not in like that same group. But like, if I had an audience like that,
we're in China right now and doing an awesome job improving U.S.-China relations, and I think that is pretty cool. So he's doing a much better job.
Oh yeah, I Show Speed is another guy I think is pretty good. I like I Show Speed.
I like I Show Speed.
Yeah. Stuff. He got into a 4-door like family sedan that goes faster than his like designer sports car, and it cost like $70,000. It was electric, and he's like, I spent $250,000 on like a Lamborghini, and this goes faster, and it's a family van too. And I was like, that's wild.
What? I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I don't watch him live. I just see the VODs. So Kai Cenat, he posts like the VODs of some of his stuff that I like the Soulsborne stream. So I'll have to find I Show Speeds.
No, you should definitely look at I Show Speed. He's phenomenal. He's been, just like Rand said, he's been in China. Awesome. And listen, I do think China has their issues for sure. The way they treat visitors and other things. No, for sure.
America has issues. We're all doing fucked up terrible things.
For sure. But I stand by my muzzies. So China has its issues, but I will say they are far ahead of us in so many other things. And it's just kind of crazy because like
high-speed rail connecting the entire country, like Jesus, lifting more people out of poverty than I think any other country. Like I agree with you. There's something to criticize. I think their treatment of Uyghur Muslims was like the same way the U.S. was treating people post 9/11, where it's like we are now going to use aggressive tactics. We're going to arrest you without due process. We're going to put you in like re-education camps. All that shit's fucked up. I would never say that's a good thing. There's a lot to criticize about them, but I think the default setting in the West is always just China bad. And that's like the only thing you ever get. You don't see an I Show Speed going there and being like, they're just like us, like they're people. They have the same wants, beliefs, desires. They care about their families. And look, instead of like bombing the rest of the world, this other superpower is building high-speed rail and electric cars and revolutionizing green technology. Like that's better than what the US does with their imperial powers, which is just bomb the fuck out of like, nations in the Middle East forever. Like, you don't get the same thing there.
I mean, America's capitalist, that's always going to be their top priority at end of day. But there's so much like advancement that China has that Americans just aren't really aware of. Not even like beyond the high-speed rails, their electric cars are substantially way cheaper than Teslas in America, and they're so much better. Teslas don't even have the same battery capacity after a couple of years that you use them, that it goes down to 70%. It doesn't even have the same mileage that it does when you first buy them. Like their resale value is shit. There is no resale value on Teslas, but just everything is so like they're very much ahead of a lot of things, and I just think Americans are not educated on it. Actually, anyone in the West isn't really educated on it.
I think this is neat about the last year, like first with Red Note, now with I Show Speed, is that you see so many like videos of like people in the West just being like, wait, what the fuck? This is what I thought like Japan was like they have these advanced self-driving cars that can drive back home. I saw a prototype model where a guy's like, it just drops you off at work, and then like the Batmobile, it goes home on its own. I was like, that's so cool. Like you don't have to park it. You could take it to work, and then it drives itself back to your house, and then it comes and picks you up like a valet. I was like, you have the Batmobile. they have the Batmobile now. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely check out iShowSpeed if you haven't seen his live streams. They're really cool.
I will.
But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go and continue to pack. I will see you guys next week, hopefully. Have a great rest of your
safe travels.
Yes, good luck.
Safe
travels.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Maybe we could go to Subway and you can get one of your favorite tuna sandwiches or something.
Someone said we should do the live. Someone said we should do the live show at a Subway.
At a Subway, there you go.
Don't do that. Go to a cool bodega. There's so much good food in New York.
It would be so funny if they did it at a Subway, though.
I feel like that would be so New York. Like, that would be so New York.
I mean, so New York would actually be us doing the live show in an actual subway station. That would be very New York.
That would be awesome. Oh man, the subway stations are so entertaining.
Oh my
God! Not a Subway sandwich shop.
I love it.
Oh man,
Right.
that's so funny. All right, guys. I'll see you guys hopefully next week.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, Matt, do you mind if I go first, just in case I have to dip out?
What? You're gonna leave me?
I can't stay on too late tonight.
I feel sad. It sounds like the two amigos.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We started early. It's only 7:30. I can stay for
right. Which I shouldn't, but I have a bunch of shit to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see here.
Mr. Busy. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Big Time over here.
Okay. Buggy Bootling says, "Can you read this chat up front?" I failed. I'm sorry. Macklemore, who was on Democracy Now! last.
You did read it first. You delivered. You delivered.
Technically
sir.
true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lance. Macklemore was on Democracy Now! last week with Public Enemy. Great mix, Mike, if you composed this. That was Lance. So send your regards to Lance. He's the one who composed it. Yeah.
I have not watched them perform together. I saw the interviews with Macklemore because he's promoting that movie that looks amazing, all about the student protests right now. He's like an executive producer on it, I think. And yeah, I mean, I owe that man an apology for making fun of him most of his early career. I regret, you know,
I regret ever saying I wish he would mackle less.
He mackled more.
I'm glad he mackled more.
Yeah.
I hope he mackles forever.
I think like seriously, good for him. I think he's like one of the only major musicians right now who's making a centerpiece about just aggressively criticizing empires and white supremacy and what Israel is doing. It's like he is going hard. You know, in a way that not a lot of people are with his size platform.
In honor of him, I might change my name to Mike Lamore, just because I appreciate that. Yeah. Mike Lamore from the Humanist Report has a ring to it.
Or the Macklemore Report, and just do Macklemore news all the time.
Only Macklemore centric news.
Or he can co-host the show with me, Mike and Macklemore. Just rolls off the tongue. The offer is open to you, Macklemore, Mr. Mack, sir.
Balls in your court.
Yeah. Thank you so much again to John Lithium for the 5 gifted memberships. Again, you're so kind. Really appreciate that. One's not mine. Sorry, let me go through here. Here we go. Bayphoto says, "How you doing, Mike? Feeling liberated?" Okay, bye. I feel very liberated after Liberation Day, for sure. C33, we need to make Crying Elon the new Crying Jordan. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, although I don't want to look at his face more, so even though I want to make fun of him, you've got to find balance there. Brian says, "Y'all know that South Park anti-bullying song, if you want to smile, replace the word bullying with Elon Musk, make Elon blank himself." I actually don't know which song that is. I'm sure I heard it because I used to watch a lot of South Park. It's not coming to my head, though. Koya, thanks for the 5. What's your impression of the first Berserker Kazan? I've never gotten into Souls-like games, but would this be a good first one to try if I never have? So the first Berserker Kazan it might be my game of the year. I love this game. This would not be a good one to try if it's your first one. It is very, very difficult. I would say a first one to try maybe is Elden Ring. because that one is a little bit more accessible in that if you kind of get stuck at a boss, you can leave and go grind. You can do that as well for Berserker, but it's more linear. And just in general, I would not recommend this as your first one. Try Elden Ring. I'm trying to think of another one to try.
Hades?
Well, Hades is more of a roguelike, right?
Okay.
And Souls. Yeah, I just say you can't go wrong with Elden Ring. Try that if you want to dip your toes in. Or you know what? Actually, a better one. Star Wars. What's the name of those games? They're produced by EA. Why am I blanking on the name? Cal Kestis. Yeah, Jedi Survivor. That's actually a really good one. You get the formula. Yeah, that one is the same exact formula as Souls games. It's not as difficult. You can up the difficulty if you want to make it feel like a Souls game, but you have bonfires basically, enemies respawn. Try that. But if you really want to test your skills, try Elden Ring. Very, very fun game. It's hard until you learn the mechanics and find a good weapon. Unknown says BuzzFeed article. The internet truly can't believe what the Secretary of Commerce said about American beef. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, I'll look into that. Haven't read BuzzFeed in a very long time. Autistic Goblin, thank you so much for the $50. Very, very generous. Thank you so much. Mike, put this directly into a Roth IRA. If you need advice, please DM me. I can help. The best day to start an IRA is when you're 18. The second best day is today. You can't count on SSI. Start saving now when the market is in the tank. Yeah, I'll look into that. I've been meaning to for a very long time. I just have been procrastinating and just haven't done it. I guess I never thought about retiring because I never expected to, but I probably should. Cyborg says, do you feel that economic misery will build class consciousness or contribute to more social divisions? I think that there's a possibility that things get worse before they get better, so possibly, but at the same time, the capitalist class will always find a way to reinforce class divisions. I mean, the whole point of the state is to maintain these class divisions. So odds are, if I were optimistic, I'd say maybe this will lead to like some sort of awakening of class consciousness, and maybe that can happen. But mass awakening, we'll wait and see. The skeptic or the pessimist in me says probably not. Adam Ilyoff, Adam Ilyoff. Anyone notice how the cybertruck is like the picture of a car you drew by hand in first grade? Yeah, honestly, my cars look better than that, and I am not good at drawing. So yeah, it's just the ugliest thing ever. Cosmere Dragon says, I appreciate the Zelda shirt. Well, thank you so much. In case you didn't already discuss, what are your thoughts on the Nintendo announcements? I mean, the Switch 2 looks awesome. Mario Kart World looks amazing, as does the new Donkey Kong, the new FromSoft game, the Dusk Bloods. Even though it's multiplayer, of course, I'm gonna try it because I'm a Miyazaki FromSoft simp. But the pricing is horrifying because if games are now $80 or $90, I think it's more 80 than 90. But if it's $80, then that's just, if Nintendo does it, all the other companies are gonna do it. So that really pisses me off. I hope that they walk it back. If you looked at their tree houses today, which is their live streams of their games, all the comments were drop the price. And it depends. When the Nintendo 3DS came out, they launched it at like $250 and sales were ass. So within a couple of months, they dropped it to $170. And what happened was anyone who bought it at full price, they got a bunch of free games. I know because I was one of those people. My boyfriend at the time, bought me a 3DS for my birthday, and I was super stoked. And then they dropped the price. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they gave us a bunch of free games. So I was really happy. So maybe they'll do something like that again, hopefully. Let me see here. Rolando says, Mike, what are your thoughts on the Direct and the Switch 2? The custom pricing of first-party titles is an example of Nintendo taking advantage of consumers to see what they can get away with. Yeah. So I just shared my thoughts. One thing I'll add is that it was egregious. I don't know if you both watched the Direct, but there is a little demo that Nintendo talked about. It's called Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, and it's like a giant controller, and you could walk around on it and just get like little infos about the way it works and the way it was built. And, everybody's watching it thinking, oh, this is a cool little pack-in game. They all include something. The PS5 came with the little Astrobot games, so you can know what the haptics felt like, or adaptive triggers and whatnot. And Nintendo has the audacity to announce this is paid content. Like, bro, you're paying me for the fucking manual? Excuse me? So they are so fucking greedy. Like, what's funny is that, like, these companies, they do really well one generation, and the next generation, they shit the bed because they just get too greedy. It happened with the PS3. It happened with the Xbox One after the Xbox 360, and now it's happening with the Switch. So, Nintendo's fucking up, and the goodwill that they built up with the Switch is very quickly collapsing because people are pissed. Rachel Atwood says, update, Rumaisa Öztürk has now suffered 3 separate asthma attacks while in DHS. I have not heard this. She has not received her required asthma medications. Yeah, if you are in one of these ICE facilities, you are 100% abused and mistreated. They don't give people medicine. And this is true in jails as well. Like when one of my siblings went to jail for a couple of days, they were not given their medication. They just don't give a fuck about you. The conditions in the United States are terrible. In these ICE detention camps, it's even worse. So it doesn't surprise me, but it shouldn't happen. And the fact that it's such a common thing is pretty gross. But yeah, I'll look into this story. I have not heard about that. The fact that she's even there for protesting is fucked up and just insane, genuinely. Fuggy says the truck looks like it came out of Minecraft, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it does. Yeah. T-Boy says, I just hope to have a job next month. Well, hey, good luck to you. I hope that you do as well. Love the Boondocks avatar. Lizzie says the undercover brother impression. Thank you. But unfortunately, the man has claimed UB. Eddie Griffin is a tweaked out MAGA supporter nowadays. Are you serious? Eddie Griffin? Jesus Christ.
That sucks. I love Eddie Griffin.
I know. You can't trust anybody. Okay, hang on. My entire chat just jumped and I lost my place. Here we go. Cyborg says, I'm a homebody like you. Community organizing sounds like a nightmare. Herding cats, panic attack. So how do you stay connected in a time of fascism? I mean, I'll be honest, it is hard because I do have issues socializing with people. I don't have social anxiety. I just am a homebody like you. I pace myself, right? I don't do it all the time, but if there is an event nearby, a community event or some town hall or a political event, I force myself to go, even if I have anxiety, even if I don't want to, because I think that it's essential. And every single time I go, I always meet new people. I don't always get their contacts and stuff like that, but I always meet somebody new. They introduce themselves to me or vice versa, just because they like what I'm saying or I like what they say, and I'm like, hey, I like the point you made, especially at town halls. So just force yourself. Maybe commit once a month, because I think that getting more entrenched in your community is really important. And I hate to recommend Facebook, but you can find a lot of community events and little groups that are niche on Facebook. If you're in a rural town, you could probably find some queer groups on Facebook, and you could have meetups with them. Even D&D groups. That would be something that, it's not political, but just meeting people and putting yourself out there with people in your community. I do think it's important. So I would just say, force yourself if you can, but of course, don't overdo it.
I thought those were the queer groups. Ayo!
Hey, maybe some overlap. Jones City says, gay guy here. Please don't send me to El Salvador. I don't know if you're want to be sent based on that, or you're because the winky face just throws it, it changes the context. I want to be sent. I don't know. Oh no, please don't send me to El Salvador. I don't know what you're saying. I don't want you to go there. Okay, unironically. Buddy Face, thanks for the 20. Very, very generous super chat. Just the thought, re-accelerationism. Heat the water too fast and the frog might just jump out. That's a good point. This was sent to me by Nintendo Gaming Channel. Thanks for the member chat. Rebecca, you forgot reading deepfake. Johnny Somali. Oh my God. Johnny Somali, if found guilty in deepfake charge, he is legally a rapist in South Korea. Well, I hope that he is. Listen, I hope they lock him up and throw away the key. You could ship him to the El Salvador fucking CCOT. I hope he I hope he's gone forever. Dirty Pirate, thanks for the 10. Genuinely shocked that Trump enacted a tariff against McDonald's Island. I thought he and Ronald were on good terms. Sam says, thoughts on the Switch 2? The price on the games are too damn high. Agree, Sam. Also, I was addicted to Balatro again and started playing Final Fantasy 16. I'm glad you tried Final Fantasy 16. That's my first Final Fantasy game, believe it or not. I actually really liked it. I liked it more than Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Balatro's good. If you haven't tried Balatro, very, very fun game.
Honestly, I think Nintendo should make the games more expensive.
All right.
They're not expensive enough.
I mean, also, I remember back in the day there were games that were like $80. I remember,
right,
like for the Super Nintendo or something. They were definitely games when they first came out.
Sure,
like
cheaper
$80
for you guys because they were 80 here, so they probably would have been like $65-$70, like a Nintendo 64 cartridge, around there.
Yeah. The problem is that like the cost of living and like it's different, and wages haven't kept up with inflation. So really, it's just like things are so much more expensive in general now, which makes it bad, because I think that a lot of people would be fine paying more for video games if like it wasn't so much to rent, rent an apartment or buy a car, pay for transportation, shit like that. But yeah, it sucks. Thoughts on the new Superman movie? I think it looks stupid, if I'm being honest. I've never been a fan of Superman, but I will probably see it when it comes out because I do like the director. It's the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I can't remember his name.
You love him so much, you can't even fucking remember his name.
Well, I mean, there's a million directors. I don't know. Like, I just think that I'm really, really burnt out on superhero movies. I know Sam knows this, and Superman is such a lame character. But I'll check it out probably when it's on like streaming, like HBO or something, or Netflix or whatever. Let's see. Catherine is the next one here. If you don't trust 401k or stocks, get a certified deposit at your local credit union. That's a good idea. The stock market sucks. Like, I don't want to invest in these companies. I don't want my money. I mean, you do it anyway. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. You're buying from these companies. It just, it feels, I don't know.
Credit unions, they can be the worker co-ops of banks. Essentially, they're co-owned by all the people who basically invest in the credit union. So when you join one, you have to buy a small amount of shares in the credit union, and then you can actually vote every single year on the people who run it. So that way, if you have someone who sucks and is fucking up what they invest in, you can also choose what the credit union invests in. Like, you can, there's ethical ones here where you can make sure, like, I don't want money in like, taking over indigenous land. I don't want money going towards, Palestinian genocide, all that. You can pick and choose. So the investment goes into more ethical stuff like green energy or other fields that you want to put money in.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, it just
highly recommend
it sucks. The idea of like having anything propped up on the stock market, first and foremost, like that's just, it's stupid. Yes, the stock market increases over time. But I mean, like, if you're about to retire and it's 2008, you're fucked. Your 401k is completely wiped out, and there's nothing that can be done. There was a Majority Report did a really good video about Andrew Schultz, the comedian guy, who was talking about how Social Security should be basically like 401ks, where you put it on the stock market so it can grow the social fund, which is fucking insane. And I just hate that idea. I hate that, like, so many people hinge on like the success. Like, their retirement hinges on the success of like pharmaceutical companies and health insurance companies. It grosses me out. I know that's not their fault. That's just the way it is if you want to retire, and you should want to retire, obviously. It just sucks. But it's not just like that. It's that I've been procrastinating, to be honest. So it's not like I'm making this like huge like ethical choice to forego retirement because I don't want to support these companies that I already support by grocery shopping and shit. It's just I've been procrastinating. And I haven't thought about it because, I was never raised with financial literacy, unfortunately, and as an adult, I'm trying to become financially literate, which is hard.
Back in the day, my grandma would buy her grandchildren when they were born savings bonds and would gift it to them, and you would pay like $50, say, for $100 savings bond, and then in I think it was 10 or 20 years, you're able to cash it for the $100 that they spent $50 that they bought it for $50 on. I don't know if you could do that anymore. I don't know what the deal with that is anymore. But it was that's what my grandma would do. But she was, I got that when I was born.
Baby bonds, Rachel says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not get that. My grandparents on both sides were broke as shit, and my parents were broke as shit. My dad actually did well, but then he got disabled, so they went back to being broke as shit. So, it's yeah. Okay.
I should say my grandma was born in the 1910s. So,
God damn, how old was your fucking?
Yeah. She was 96 when she passed away.
Wow. That's impressive. Yeah. Kowalski says, Mike, put your money into the German military-industrial complex. Not even a joke. It is a solid investment, and you'll help fund the woke European rearmament. Return on investment is likely 67% a year on year. Stonks. That's like the S&P on like a good year, right? That's funny. Let's see. Or the average S&P, I should say. Rachel, what's the status on my brain cannot say that word, amalgamated bank as of now?
What are we talking about?
I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Lance, do you know what this is?
It's a bank.
But like,
I think it's like a union-owned bank or something like that.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know a lot about it.
Amalgamated Bank is an American financial institution. It is the largest union-owned bank and one of the only unionized banks in the United States. Amalgamated Bank is largely owned by Workers United, an SEIU affiliate.
Okay. Huh. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember back in I don't remember when, but I remember there a lot of like progressive political organizations in New York all had like their organization accounts with like Amalgamated Bank. I don't know if that's still the case. This was going back maybe during the Occupy Wall Street days, because I think that's when I was covering this stuff and found out and noticed that so many people had their accounts with them. But I don't know if that's still the case. I'm assuming that's still the case if they're still in operation.
Chris says, also Europe's not buying weapons from American companies and repubs are salty. I bet that's their donors. And they probably have investments in them too. Chris says, check out Blurs in the Hood with Jay Washington and Winston A. Marshall. They have a Karen segment that roasts actual Karens with the funniest intro. Okay, I'll have to remember that. That sounds funny. I like it.
Nice.
Nintendo Gaming Channel says, should Kick Rumble Party banned in Asia, Europe? Banned. I don't know. Are they considering banning it there? I don't know much about Kick or Rumble aside from the fact that there's like right-wing.
What is Party? I haven't heard of that one.
I've never heard of that too. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't really speak to that. Let's see.
Party, the Web3 creator economy and live stream platform. Oh, it's Web3? Absolutely ban it. I'm for banning that even before banning Kick or Rumble.
I thought Web3 is over now.
I mean, it's
not?
I'm looking at their live now streamers have no more, not a single live now streamer on Party 100 viewers.
Oh,
So
real quick.
it must not be very
Somebody in the
popular.
chat, the reference frame to answer the question from Rachel. Amalgamated Bank lost 6.39% today.
It's a fascist hub. Like all Web3 shit.
Yeah. Quick says, I saw a Franny Combs show on YouTube. It was half-hour set. She was okay as far as I remember. Not bad, not great. Well, I'm sure her stand-up's amazing because she is hilarious, just like talking. Like she's very like quick on her feet and stuff. So, Rachel, how dare you, Johnny Somali? How dare you, Rachel? Brian says, speaking of political comedy, I'm going to see Adam Conover in Eugene, Oregon. Hell yeah, on April 19th, my first stand-up show ever. I'm excited. Nice. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would drive out to Eugene, but I don't want to drive out to Eugene. That's too far from Portland.
I would do it. I don't want to do it.
It's just such a long drive. I'd love to see Adam, but yeah, that's a lot. One of two, thanks for becoming a member. Leftist Ginger says, could only catch the back half tonight, but love you all. And that tariff list was 100% AI generated. I hate this timeline. Love you too. Thank you for tuning in. Chris says
that's my best half.
Neither half is my best because my brain is fried.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Glad you caught it. It's my best. It's my best. It's late. I'm tired. I'm losing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mike, you're gonna have to speed up for that.
I know. Okay, I will. Grace should be given to those working to survive for being poorly informed. It's the work of organizers to inform them. If you're far past comfortable, that's not an excuse anymore. I agree. I think you've got to figure out who is and isn't too far gone, because some people are kind of just like too far gone. God, this whole thing just jumped. Okay. Timmy says, Mike, Lies of P would be another good Souls-like to start with. Whatever the previous chatter does, though, do not start with Demon Souls. Yeah, Demon Souls was the one that I started with. It was very, very brutal. Lies of P, yeah, that's a good one. I played that game probably like 7 times. 6 times full. I got the New Game Plus 5 on Game Pass, then I bought it on Steam. Got the New Game Plus just 1. It's a phenomenal game. Probably one of my favorites ever. John says, good news, the screaming stopped. Bad news, I think the papaya stabbed Josh. Alrighty then. Rowan says, this is from Matt. You're cuter than Mike this week. Well, there you go, Matt.
Well, you should have given it to me then. Jeez.
I didn't know it was a competition. Chris says, if social anxiety is stopping you from activism, join DSA. You can almost definitely Zoom chat. They absolutely have work you can do from home or solo. That's good to know. Good to know.
True.
Good recommendation. Yeah.
Hey, Marks did all his work from home.
He had an angle to bankroll it all.
Okay, I think that's basically. I have one more that's not showing up. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the StreamYard end, but it is here. So let me go ahead and read that. I can't bring it up on the stream. So it's from Calliope, who says, South Korea just removed their impeached president. Okay, thank you for sharing that. I did not, I haven't been following this story too closely, so I appreciate that. Oh, one more here. Matt, that was adorable, from Leftist Ginger. All right, Matt.
All right, let's do this. My first super chat, if you can find it in the back end of StreamYard there, is from Bayphoto. Bayphoto says, going forward, I will be sending my super chats for Lance and David via Binder to avoid tariffs. That's pretty good, actually. James Holmes with a 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much, James. All that bootlicking by Sir Warcrimer, Keir Starmer, and we're still tariffed at the same rate as the Taliban. Maybe sucking up to Trump doesn't work, and leave Vietnam alone. You've done enough. Great super chat from beginning to end, James. Right. Yeah, there's no point to sucking up to Trump unless you're going to give something to Trump that he can use, against you in exchange for whatever favor he's about to give you. And clearly there was no favor to the UK. And yes, leave Vietnam alone. There was tariffs on and the way the tariffs were figured out is astonishing. It was like the difference between
Trade deficit divided by or some shit like that.
So basically, if like because families in Vietnam cannot afford expensive American goods, they're being punished for that and tariffed because we buy their goods.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense.
Completely idiotic. Yeah.
Kowalski with a super chat. It would appear that someone has kidnapped the American economy. I think it was the Canadians. This is all bad. We should panic. Brian B with the super chat. Deport Elon to Mars. That's what he wants to. He wants to self-deport.
I wish you would.
Honestly, the wait for sending him to Mars is too long. First of all, I don't think we're going to be on Mars anytime soon. So let's get him to back to South Africa. S. Kowalchuk with a super chat. I just heard that USA will be putting tariffs on Eggos. Eggo waffles? That's a step too far. Chris with a super chat. Be more imaginative. Nothing we can do sounds like some Senate majority leader shit. No, I mean, there's things we can do to fight back against the Trump agenda, but in terms of these tariffs, there's nothing we can do. I mean, what are we going to do? It's something that Trump can just do on his own. It requires no sort of congressional approval. It doesn't require any bill to be passed. I mean, I don't really think there's nothing. And we should be fighting
I will
back,
say
obviously.
that,
you can apply pressure to companies that are going to support this, by the way. The entire purpose behind it is that they become dependent on him, right? It's like, I don't think it's being done without any reason. I think he wants to be able to apply pressure to negotiate better trade deals. But I think if corporations need bailouts, which a lot of industries are going to because they're going to suffer immensely, they are then beholden to Trump. It's another method to try and consolidate power.
Well,
So,
also...
Exactly.
Also, companies are gonna.
You can come down on those companies. Like you don't.
Companies are gonna, but I mean, I don't think they're. Honestly, I don't know what you can do with the companies because they're gonna. I guarantee you, there's a number of companies who are frothing at the mouth about this because they'll be able to use this as an excuse to raise prices even more so than needed, and then blame it on tariffs, just like they did during COVID. So and the prices never really came back down for a lot of things. So the same thing will happen here. A lot of prices you see that are going to go up because of these tariffs are never going to come back down because the companies are going to set that new baseline, and everyone is going to be forced to pay it. And then once they're paying it, the companies aren't going to be like, "Oh, okay, tariffs are done. We'll lower the prices now." No, they're going to fucking be like, "Hell yeah, we could gouge. This is great. All that money's ours, baby." So, I don't know what we can do. Again, I'm not trying to be a doomer here, but in some scenarios, I don't know what we can do. We could fight ICE and the deportations. We could do whatever we can to make sure people are aware of their rights, warn people about when ICE is cracking down in certain areas, even protest against ICE when they show up somewhere and try to block a deportation with whatever legal means we can do. But when it comes to fucking tariffs, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah, I will add to that I don't think we should be defeatist and say we can't do anything. But there is a real meaningful difference between somebody like us saying that or a regular person saying that and the Senate minority leader, or Hakeem Jeffrey saying that. People with power, they can do something. So
yeah. I mean, the best thing we could do is let people make sure people know why their prices are rising. That's the best thing we can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let this be another moment that turns America away from the Republican Party for, at least the next decade, if not more. And it's not like you just boycott. I mean, it's not like these are just okay, we don't buy, you don't buy the new iPhone, because it's a lot more than new iPhone. It's literally goods you need for your everyday living. Everything's gonna rise. Let's go to S. Cowellchuck with another super chat here. Sometimes Donald Trump makes me feel stupid, and sometimes he makes me feel like an absolute moron lunkhead. Well, no, he should make you feel smart. Cyborg Manifesto with a super chat. Saw Kowalski's interaction with you on your call-in show. I know he was joking about the Queen's militia, but do you think the left should arm? I mean, I don't think there should be. I don't think it's necessary for some sort of like organized leftist militia or something. We don't need like the 3%? What the fuck are they called again? I can't remember. It's been so long since I heard their name.
Oath Keepers,
the Oath Keepers. Yeah, we don't need like a leftist Oath Keepers.
Blue boys.
But I think maybe you should like just within the law. Learn how to use a gun safely.
Buy a katana.
I mean, someone said, you mean like the Socialist Rifle Group or the John Brown Gun Club? I mean,
That's
listen, if you're in one that exists, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying I don't think it's necessary that you go and start or join one. I didn't say we should not have them or you should not have them. I just said it's not necessary. But I think individually you should probably know how to use a gun. And who am I to say this? I don't fucking use a gun. I'm a bare knuckles brawler. I use my bare fists.
Look, you can get a police grade taser for like a couple $100 if you don't feel comfortable getting, a weapon. Get a taser. At a minimum, I do think that you should carry like mace with you. Just don't spray it in your face. Something like that to protect yourself. No, never.
I'm actually playing a video game right now called Wolfenstein, where I have to steal a gun from 2 Nazis and shoot them, I think, and then a Nazi judge. So I'm trained on how to escape
Which
from
Wolfenstein?
a Nazi.
Which Wolfenstein, Lance?
Whichever one came out before the New Blood. It's the one where America's been taken over by the Nazis, and so like I was like, oh, so you run around just killing Nazis and Ku Klux Klan members? That sounds awesome. And it's been very cathartic to play a video game where you do that.
It's not set in 2025 by chance, is it?
No, it's not. It's an alternative universe where the Nazis have won. Oh, but now I'm out of blood.
Yeah, I remember the meltdown when that game came out. That was the
I know. Yeah. And all the like developers had to be like, oh no, it's good to celebrate killing Nazis. That's why we made a video game where all you do is kill Nazis. And so many people got pissed off at that take. That was like apparently very
based.
White people, not white people. I never said white people. I said Nazis. Big difference.
They took it personally, which says something.
Yeah, I know. Like the only people who would be offended by that are Nazis. Otherwise, it's just a game. It's a fictional game in an alternate universe. Right now, I'm sure Nazis.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go to the next super chat here. Tokyo Hans. I want to see Mike rolling coal while in a MAGA hat. Yeah, let's see. You said you wanted one of those cars, right? You wanted a truck that rolled coal.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Fuck the environment. You got to blend in these days. So I'll roll coal. I'll fucking put on my MAGA hat. Yeah, I'll let my nuts hang out of the window. I don't give a shit. I gotta blend in so they don't profile me. Throw me in that
cold beer.
I'll drink cold beer.
Remember the towels.
Start fucking dating women. I can't go that
far.
Yeah,
getting hetero. Get real hetero with the brother.
I like women. Like start talking right now.
China.
I love pussy. What are we doing right now? What is going on? We should continue forward. We should move on.
I'm delirious. It's so late.
This is what no sleep and lots of politics do to your brain.
I'm so sorry to everybody in the chat. You did not need to hear that. I'm so sorry. I don't like pussy. Just in case there's any doubt.
He likes pussy, right? He's a man of acquired taste.
Yeah, it depends.
Themic
I like
with a
beef
super
towels.
Chat.
That's called a callback, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, girl, bring that beef towel. Put it on my face.
Oh no. No. I draw the line there, son. I've refused to continue this.
You offended Matt Binder. That's very hard to do.
I'm so sorry, Matt.
He's the edgelord of the group.
I know.
Steve Mick with a super chat. Calling Trump piss boy still triggers MAGA family. I will never give that up, even though there is no tape. Oh, the piss tape, right? Yeah. One day.
That's fair.
One day we'll all learn about that it was real. Guamu with a super chat. I wanted to rage about the Ghibli. Is that how it said? Ghibli? What is it? How is it said?
Ghibli Studios.
What is it?
Ghibli, right?
Ghibli Studios art, but everything is nosediving too fast. Yeah, AI is gonna AI.
I hate that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a Snapchat filter. That's what they pulled off. They have invented this brand new technology called Snapchat filters. It's now just stealing like an entire artist's body of work is what it's doing. But it's nothing more than a glorified Snapchat filter. It's not changing the world. It's not sentient. It takes the energy of Bolivia to give you a Snapchat filter.
I don't know if it was the director or the writer behind One Piece, but they came out and did denounce that like strongly.
Well, I mean, so did the actual artist in this case, which is why it's kind of sad. Like he said that he felt like he wants no part of this, right? Specifically,
right? That's true.
Yeah, that he said it was like the death of humanity or whatever.
Yeah.
Bernice Anders with a membership super chat member for 3 months. Thank you so much, Bernice. Contraception researcher here. Get your PCP to RX birth control for a few years if possible. Get a long-acting like Nexplanon IUD and bulk order condoms.
It's good advice, honestly.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's good advice. And I should say that Bernice sent this not in reference to anything Trump's going to do. This was in reference to Mike's rant 2 seconds ago.
I listened to a podcast with a couple people who were talking specifically about like the dangers of potentially putting your information on apps that track periods and stuff like that right now for the Trump administration.
Yeah.
And it's apparently really sound advice that the number one cause of people being exposed to third parties or police or stuff like that when it happens to deal with reproductive health is people close to you, is parents, spouses.
Really?
I mean, it seems obvious. I didn't know that, but it's like, yeah, if you want to have like security, if you don't want people to like expose you for wanting to get an abortion and get you in trouble, potentially get you arrested or worse, like sued and stuff like that, then yeah, be very cautious about who has access to your email, who has access to your phone. It's the majority of the time a family member or a partner or spouse. So they're the ones who report people. It sucks. That's the real world. And so you want to keep yourself safe. Yeah, you can't.
My joke aside, Bernice, it's a very good super chat. Very good advice. Yes. Looney Tunes 9000 with a super chat. Was so close to calling in as Elon Musk last night in honor of his defeat in Wisconsin. Maybe next time. That would have been good. All right, Looney Tunes. Lizzie Bennett with a super chat about the NYC mayoral race. I'm voting Zoran, Zelnor, Brad, Adrian, and Jessica in order. You mentioned you're not a fan of Ramos. Why? Just remember she had some sort of beef with DSA over something that was kind of silly. I don't remember, like silly for her to have a problem with, if I recall. I don't know. Honestly, as the race goes on, I'm probably just voting Zoran and maybe as a backup Brad Lander, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen because it's going to come down to Zoran and Cuomo. Eric Adams just said he's not even going to be in the Democratic primary anymore. He's just going to run as an independent. He's officially an independent. The race is going to come down to Andrew Cuomo and Zoran. If you like someone else and want to rank them, do it. But it's probably not going to get to that point. We're down to less than 3 months. The polling has all shown that the only
Cuomo.
What?
I don't know what's wrong with these people voting for Andrew Cuomo. Like what?
Yeah, I know. New York is.
My God.
Yes, I know. But poll after poll is showing that the race is down to Andrew Cuomo and Zoran. Everyone else is polling in the single digits, all around the same area in a distant third place. If you want to defeat Andrew Cuomo and you're serious about that, you would vote for, and I know you said you are. I'm just saying in general, you're going to vote for Zoran. He's the only one with a chance, and he's the best candidate. Period. Like that's the bonus. Back to the super chats. Oh, my YouTube just crashed again. I don't know why YouTube's like that. It's the only thing that crashes.
It runs out of memory very quick.
Sam O with a super chat. What is the best movie you watched this past year? Oh God, I don't remember, honestly. Am I gonna pull up movies I've seen and let you know really quick? What about you guys?
What's the best movie I saw this year? Probably Sugarcane was the best documentary, and then No Other Land was the second best documentary I saw. Both phenomenal. I think it was last year. I really liked The Substance. Thought that was a great scary movie.
Oh, that was good. I like that.
I loved it.
Oh, I just saw the last movie I saw was Conclave. That was really good. The one about them picking the next pope.
Yeah, pope corruption.
Let's go to the next super chat. Lars with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Lars. Ethan Klein has sent a demand of retraction to Noah Sampson, alleging defamation. Would love a stream of you reading this letter. It's ridiculous. It cites the widely debunked Screams Without Words documentary.
I hope he takes.
Yeah. Well, we mentioned how we were supposed to have Noah Sampson on today, and unfortunately he couldn't join us because of the lawsuit. Not because when you're being sued, you don't want to go on out there against your lawyer's wishes and just start talking about it.
It sounds it doesn't cost very much money to send someone a cease and desist, right? That's different than I'm going to sue you. It's an intent to sue. So effectively, like if you're trying to scare him, that's a good place to start. But like the bar for defamation being what it is, it's going to be so high to clear. I think pretty much if Noah hires, I'm not a lawyer, but if he hires a lawyer, the lawyer will most likely tell him all the risks involved and what his probabilities are. And if his probabilities are high, the lawyer will be very upfront about that. Like they don't have a shot in hell. It will be expensive because you'll have to hire me and my services. And that's usually what they try to do is price you out of this by being litigious. But if you can afford it, if you can fundraise, which Noah could do, you could very, very sincerely beat them. It's going to be an interesting case. It comes down to like the liberal mindset of basically doing apologia for a lot of Israel's war crimes. Does that constitute enough to have someone else claim that you were doing genocide denial? That'll be the bar to clear, right? So that's an interesting case to have before a court of law when you see the receipts that he has on, say, Some Ordinary Gamers or on Ethan Klein. So that'll be neat to see.
But like it's his opinion that Ethan Klein was doing that. So an opinion is not defamation. How do you prove damages? Severe damages to his reputation and shit like that. How can you prove malicious intent? It doesn't make sense.
Knowing malice, to hurt you financially.
Right. Ethan Klein was getting sued by Ryan Kavanaugh for defamation. And he would go out of his way to antagonize Ryan Kavanaugh and say that it looked like Harvey Weinstein, and he set up a website. Ryan Kavanaugh looks just like Harvey Weinstein. I don't remember the website, but yeah, so it's crazy that of all people who was, fighting against this kind of thing is now getting litigious himself. We'll see if he follows through. But if he does, that's despicable.
Let's go to the next super chat. Troy Mosin with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Troy. We cannot even have time to celebrate knocking down Mr. Zero Personality from trying to buy a state Supreme Court judge since King Windbag unleashed his tariffs on implosion day that created the stock market. 501ks cooked. Right, the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin feels like it was forever ago already, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
It's insane.
That was 2 days ago,
though. Catherine Wolf with a super chat. Hi, everyone. Matt, Kathy from Indiana. I watch you here every week also. Rest in peace, Michael Jamal Brooks. Oh, thank you, Kathy, so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. My dad with a membership super chat, member for 19 months. Have the show at Littlefield in Brooklyn near the industrially ravaged Gowanus Canal. Nice. My dad giving me venue suggestions for a live show. Yeah, all right. I'll look into it.
That's Sam Cedars.
Chris with a... What's that?
That's Sam Cedars' place. That's how he always starts the show. Broadcasting
right,
live.
From the Gowanus Canal. Yeah. Yep. That's... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chris with a $10 super chat regarding accelerationism. The truth is, whether it's the labor movement, suffrage, or civil rights, historically no large ground has ever been gained to justice and equity without violence. Yeah. I mean, listen, when I say I'm an accelerationist, I mean, like, let's just get to the end game as quickly as possible. I'm not saying, like, I want bad things to happen. But what's already happening, let's just get through it so we could do what's next. Like, I don't want the slow destruction. Let's just get to where it would be at the end, no matter how long it took. What's that? Yeah, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Exactly, right. That's what I mean. If there was a way to avoid it, absolutely, that's what I would go to. That's what I would not be an accelerationist. So in the situations where there's something to do about it, I'm not an accelerationist. In situations where we just got to deal with the aftermath and the fallout, let's just get to that aftermath and fallout as quickly as possible. Leftist Ginger with a super chat. Feel bad that I sent the chat about you on Mike's stream, so here's this one. Oh, I don't need to feel bad, Leftist Ginger, but I appreciate it anyway. I don't need to feel bad, though. Chris with a super chat. There's no use for sucking up to Trump unless you're going to give him something, like a disease. Chris with a few super chats here. Let me read them. $10 super chat from Chris. Are we under threat? Is Cop City being built? Is the threat of fascism a real and present danger? But for real, are we forever stuck in the just talking phase? It may not need to be you, but it is needed. I mean, yeah, it's a good point. I mean,
I'll say it again, like I said last week. Go check out some more news, new video. They put in not the newest one, not the one about Joe Rogan, the one about what to do now. They put in so many things from the small steps for people who do just want to stay at home. There's activism you can do at home, all the way up to how to join mutual aid groups, how to do feeding programs, how to stock food fridges. They just go through the entire list, and it's fantastic. I could recommend. It's basically everything outside of what would violate TOS. When they get to that point, they're like, that's something you obviously have to think about and organize offline in a Discord somewhere or something like that. But yeah, it's really, really good, and they go through it all.
Let's go to the next super chat. Chris again. This is the same man that got told no last time when he ordered the National Guard on peaceful protesters. Not a lot of people saying no to him anymore. Well, this is a completely different Trump administration. I think everyone should be aware of that. This is not, like, you know, we all saw the threat of the first Trump administration, but he had also had some people in the administration who, yes, were terrible people, but still pulled back Trump's punches and had some sort of, I think, Steve Mnuchin is a good example of someone like that who is terrible, but then ended up being possibly the best member of the Trump administration. He actually is the one who got the Trump administration through COVID and was responsible for a lot of the economic relief that the Trump administration ended up doing. There's no Steve Mnuchin in the economic portion of the Trump administration this time around. You got people like Lutnick who are cheering on Trump and his tariffs plan. This is the accelerationist Trump administration.
Yeah.
Tokyo Hans with a super chat. In Japan, Ghibli is pronounced as Ghibli. Oh, okay. There you go. I mean, I guess that's the proper way to say it, right? It's not really like, oh, that's the Japanese way of saying it. I mean, the Japanese way of saying it is the way of saying it, right? It's not like it's an American word or an American company. Excuse me, an American company and an English word.
Right. I do have some more.
Welcome to America. Speak American. You have more, Mike?
Directive. Yeah, I have a couple more. Directive says, y'all need a Korean friend and learn some swears. John Dunn says,
Give us
also
one.
Johnny Somali. Cater says, Trump admin says they can't return Abrego Garcia. Do we have proof? Salvador isn't like Auschwitz. Yeah, there's not a single record of anybody ever being released from CCOT that went there. In truth, they can try. Because they are out of the U.S. jurisdiction now, but they can try. They don't have to just give up. I don't think they care. That's the problem. We got the Vanguard in the building. Cillian Billy, how's it going? Also, congrats to Zach and Gavin on the 100K as well. Satan. Hail Satan! Congrats. Hell yeah! We love Satan, and we love the Vanguard.
We love the Prince of Lies. He tells them.
He's the only one who stood up to God and his tyranny.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan says, I guess I donated at the wrong time when Mike was talking. This is for Handsome Matt. I recommend everyone learn some martial arts. Martial arts is actually, I'd recommend that too. Good workout.
Super Eye Patch Wolf said it helped him immensely in his life.
Who said that?
Super Eye Patch Wolf. He makes very good YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
He loved him. Yeah, he has a lot of videos on anime. Like he'd be right up your alley.
Really?
Like, he makes like incredible videos. He's one of the best in the game. Yeah, he's up there with H.
I might have actually. So he sounds familiar. I think I saw him through an FD Signifier video, maybe, about anime. So I'll have to check him out. Yeah, martial arts is fun. I was in Taekwondo for a little bit. It's very, very fun. Super good workout as well. It was expensive, so I quit, but it was fun. Tiger says, hey, Mike, can we get a YouTube playlist of all your songs used in your outros? So I don't have a playlist, but if you go to my second channel, there is a video with all of the outros, almost all of them. It's like 45 minutes long. I can't remember what that is called. Just like go on the channel Mike Figueredo and search for like music. Just like type in music and it should come up. That's all I got, Matt. There's two more that came in for you while I was reading mine.
Oh, there are. Look at that. Chris with the super chat.
Progress for the raid. Thank you, Progress. Thank you for raiding. Sorry.
Nice.
No problem. Chris with the super chat. T-shirt idea. Harm reduction brings slow destruction. And Jay Cass with a super chat. Hail Santa.
Hail Santa.
I'm a Santa guy. So hail Satan and Santa. The two of them should team up.
I'm not a fan of Santa.
Santa's a good guy.
I get bad vibes from him.
No, he's a good guy.
I get really weird vibes from Santa.
Yeah, me too.
Once you become a parent, you actually get a direct line to Santa. So I know Santa very well. He's a good guy.
Tell him to let the elves unionize. They're not unionized. He's a capitalist pig.
Right.
Yeah.
I also I get a vibe where I would not want him to be around my children. I just don't trust him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that too.
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. And listen, Mike, Lance, you're forgetting that Santa provides them with shelter and food.
Oh, so it's a feudal system. They're serfs.
Yeah.
They're little serfs.
The elves, think about it. The elves actually have it quite good.
They've got to seize the means. Seize the means, elves. All right. Well, I mean, that's basically it.
Is that it?
Is there anyone
who's gonna raid on Twitch?
You let me know. I always suggest it.
You always have good suggestions, Lance. We always raid the same like 3 people because we don't know. you're more on like
Maple Takes is live. Maple Takes is lefty. Actual Jake is live. Actual Jake's lefty. Frogan's live. Frogan's good too. Hepo's live as well. Just to name a few.
Who's someone that we haven't raided before? Let's raid someone new.
If you want to do someone with less viewers. Pleasantly Twisted is streaming right now.
I don't think I've ever rated them. Pleasantly Twisted.
Is it spelled just the way it sounds?
Twisted is spelled TWSTD. Every Pleasantly is spelled pleasantly.
Okay.
I'm nothing against the streamer, but they're playing a game right now. I don't know if our audience will stick around. Maybe we should send someone to a political streamer. Unless they do politics, and
Maple Takes is doing politics. Actual Jake is probably watching right wingers and laughing at them. I don't know what Frogan's doing. That there's some suggestions. There's Riverboat Jack too. Those are all.
What's our chat saying? Let's see. Who should we rate? I see Echoplex, Frogan, No Comment Check. I rated No Comment Check the other night. So, someone says Carbon Says, Maple Takes.
There's a couple for Maple Takes. Riverboat Jack has the least amount, so it'd be nice to give her a boost.
Who's Sino-Marxism? I saw someone just say that. I never heard of them.
They're a Marxist.
Well, thank you.
That's what I'm assuming based on the name.
Very complex.
Yeah.
They got a lot of people watching them. Are they a big streamer? They got almost 350 people watching them.
That's a lot of people. I mean, listen, I feel like from all 13 of my viewers, 12 now of my viewers on Twitch, this is a very difficult decision. I got to send them to the perfect person.
Honestly, it's more so what we get out of it, right?
Right.
Oh man, I'm tired. Let's just who did Lance? Wait, Lance just left?
Oh yeah, you did. His OBS looked like it cut out though, to be fair.
Okay, let's just raid. Who did he say again? The Pleasantly Twisted? Let's just raid them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not that I'm against the gaming streamers. I'm just saying our audience might not stick around, and that might not be as helpful to them as they could be to another streamer.
It has been decided.
All right, I'm gonna press raid. All right, start raid. All right, everyone. Great show, great night. Had a lot of fun as always. Mike, always a pleasure.
Of course. Same. You take care, everybody.
I'm gonna hit raid now.